What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again for the Tops Talks Transfers show. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new up in here. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about obviously the Victor Gyökeres news again, and probably some more developments going on since I did the morning show. Make sure you guys check out the morning show as well if you didn't do that already. Obviously started at 9 o'clock this morning, so yeah, make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, man, apparently it's done. Apparently, obviously it's not had the here we go yet from Fabrizio Romano, but yeah, apparently it is done. Big up Carlos said 100% completion confirmed. Not quite yet, but these are the sources from the lower level journalists saying that it is virtually complete. So yeah, man, big up obviously Vidic in the building. Hey man, said Gyökeres is on his knees to join Arsenal, brother. He's doing the most, man. Man's giving up time, resources, money, all of that good stuff to join us, man. So yeah, I gotta respect it, man. Gotta respect it. But yeah, let's get into this tweet, man. Make sure you guys smash the like buttons, man. Smash the like button on this video, man, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. So yeah, Sam C reports. Now, obviously, I think he's a Man United fan, but he's been pretty spot on with Arsenal news as of late. I think he might have some good sources with Arsenal. But yeah, he obviously tweeted earlier on. He said, Arsenal are on the verge of completing a deal for Victor Gyökeres with a transfer expected to be worth more than £65 million. Give me sport understands. Barring any late complications, Gyökeres is expected to become an Arsenal player within the next few days. Now, that would be a quick turnaround, to be fair. Obviously, the time of recording is Monday, so start of the week. So, yeah, man, based off this report, it's looking like he could be by the end of the week, maybe an Arsenal player by then. So that would be fantastic, obviously. But yeah, he is very, very credible, to be fair. Like, he, again, considering obviously he's not an Arsenal fan, he does get quite a lot of stuff from Arsenal in terms of like when we're after people. I think he was one of the first people to break that. The Eze news as well, that Arsenal were interested as well. I think him, Ben Jacobs was another one that broke it too. So yeah, a few of the news is obviously Zubimendi. I think he clarified that as well. So yeah, it's all looking good, man. It's all looking good. Obviously, I wasn't too sure whether, and again, a lot of people said it, I think yesterday, whether this was kind of like a tactic by Arsenal to try and get Leverkusen, try and get Leipzig to push down their price for Šeško. Obviously, earlier in the morning show, I did read a report saying that they still want 90 million euros, 40 million euros up front. And I think Šeško was asking for plus 200 grand a week, which is crazy considering, obviously, again, it's still relatively new in European football in terms of applying his trade. It's still 22 years old. So yeah, that would be a lot of outlay to obviously spend on a player for sure, who's obviously not proven in terms of scoring a plethora of goals at a high level. So yeah, it looks like we've gone for the cheaper alternative. It looks like we've gone for the other alternative. And for me, this is the guy I wanted anyway. So I feel like we made the right decision. And also, there are reports coming out, and obviously I'll get onto it with the whole Trossard deal, that Andre Berta is actually changing the tactics in terms of kind of who we're actually going for. Under Edu, probably we would have got, obviously, Šeško, because Arteta would have wanted him. But it does seem like with the likes of targeting Victor Gyökeres and then potentially getting rid of Trossard now, which obviously even started I think last month, there's reports like he was going to sign a new deal. That's kind of changed a little bit. So yeah, very interesting, man. Big up, obviously, the chat. Make sure you guys smash the like button and yeah, all of that good stuff, man. Big up everyone tuning in. I said, see how your club has fallen, Vidic. LOL. Legit, man. Legit. I mean, bro, this Embuemo news is dragging, fam. Like, where is this guy? It's been a month. I think it's over a month since I think David Ornstein tweeted that, this is going to be the guy for Manchester United. He only wants to join here. And since then, we've not seen anything from him. So, yeah, been a long one, man. I've never seen a player play for his own transfer. Generational twerking. Big up Nearside Remembrance. Listen, he desperately wants to come. I've got to respect it, man. When you want to go to a club, bro, and you're doing all this, that means you actually do want to actually play for us, man. So, fair play. I got to respect it, bro. He's doing everything he can to try and come to Arsenal. So, yeah, and I feel like that's probably what swayed it between him and obviously Šeško as well, considering Šeško's doing the opposite, kind of dragging his heels in terms of making sure that he gets exactly what he wants, not really accommodating to Arsenal in terms of being able to get the deal done quickly from their perspective. And then probably, again, trying to convince Leipzig that to put their price down so Arsenal would actually bid for him. So, yeah, man, I think it's just been an easier like transaction just to do for sure. I said Megan Thee Stallion levels of twerking, you know, crazy. Now for sure, man. Wonder if anyone gets Šeško. That's a very good question, to be fair, bro. Like, I'm not even sure. No one really. I know. I think Chelsea had like loose links with him, but nothing concrete. So yeah, that's not really a concrete thing. And obviously, it was only really Arsenal pushing for him probably since last year. I know Bayern Munich had, again, loose links with him from last year, but they've still got Harry Kane. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like he's probably going to end up maybe going to somewhere, maybe other like a lower level, maybe like a Atletico Madrid or someone maybe a bit lower than like a Dortmund or somewhere if they can afford him, obviously, because again, it depends on who's willing to pay this price. If they don't put the price down, I can't see him going anywhere really because it's just too much. So I reckon this will be something that develops towards the end of the window where you just see them ease up and relax their kind of demanding of 90 million euros. I think it'll probably go down to maybe like 60, 70 million euros, which is a bit more affordable. I think that's like 50, 60 million pounds. And I feel like a few more teams maybe might have a look at it thinking, you know what, is he worth a punt? Is he worth a gamble for the 50 to 60 million pounds? But at the current market, I don't think he's worth it for sure. They're trying to say that they're just basing it off other obviously players that have gone in the market in this current window. The likes of Verts going for 100 plus and players like that. But even so, obviously these are guys that are in different positions and they're in different stages of the career. Obviously Verts has won the Bundesliga, and also he's played in the Champions League on a consistent basis at a high level, and he plays internationally at a high level as well for obviously his team Germany. Šeško again does play internationally and has played in the Champions League, but it's still relatively early in his striking career in terms of how big his potential really is. And again, it's a bit of a gamble, especially when he's not really backed up the numbers so far. Not to say he can't, because again, he's a very good player. And again, he's got some technical qualities that I like as well. But again, it's all up in the air, man. It's all potential at the minute. But yeah, man, big up Carlos. He says Sam C is credible. Yeah, he is, bro. He is actually quite credible, man. Again, I think again, he's over the last probably couple of years, or maybe the last year or so, he's definitely got a lot of stories like bang on and a couple of exclusives as well. Not with just with Arsenal, but with other teams like Manchester United as well, man. So yeah, Fabregas did to Barca on their side. Yeah, true. If bro Fabregas was moving, man, bro, there's been a load of teams, man, that bro, when they've been at their current team, have just done the mad thing to try and get the move. And sometimes you have to do it just to get the move, bro. Sometimes you have to refuse to go to training and stuff like that. Even with Trossard, when Trossard came to us, obviously he fell out with De Zerbi. He wasn't training. He was obviously not. He wanted to leave, so kind of thing. So sometimes Aubameyang was the same as well. He fell out with Dortmund. I don't think he was turning up to training as well. So yeah, obviously we got him too. So yeah, man, there's been a lot of obviously players, just those off the top of my head, obviously linked with Arsenal buying them, that I can think of that they have some obviously things going behind the scenes and ended up going to another team off the back of it, man. I said, oh, did he? I didn't know that. Yeah, he did, bro. It was the time when they won. I think they won the Euros, and they were putting the Barcelona shirt on him. And it's like, bro, he was at Arsenal still. He was Arsenal captain at the time. So yeah, man, he was doing the most for sure, man. He was doing the most. I said, but I think Arsenal can't afford Šeško. You know what? I feel like it is with Arsenal. I feel like we probably could afford him, but it would mean we'd have to not get someone else, because I feel like we still need to get some more obviously players done, whether it is the likes of Eze. Obviously we're linked heavily with Madueke. There's still rumors about Rodrigo. So again, if you're trying to get one or two more players, especially in those attacking areas, they're going to cost 40-50 million minimum each. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, spending 90 on him, and as well, bro, I just don't think he's worth it as well. And I feel like, again, you got to put your foot down in some of these like deals, bro. Just because, again, they're asking for a certain price, you got to analyze it and think, are we better off just buying someone else or buying multiple players for the same amount of money as this guy? And are we going to get better out of it? Do you know what I mean? Because, again, it's a lot of potential. It's a lot of, he might be good, but again, at the same time, he might just be an average like footballer. He might just be an average striker that will get you just 10 to 13, 14 goals. And spending 90 million euros on that is definitely not worth it, especially because we've got players already like Kai Havertz. Marino nearly got 10 goals and he was a midfielder playing up front that can get those kind of numbers already. So yeah, man, I think it's a case of a bit of a both, man. But I think they've just priced themselves out, really. I think they've misjudged the market in terms of how valuable he actually is, in terms of there's not that many teams going for him. It is literally just Arsenal that have made a proper inquiry that I can think of. So yeah, man, I think they've definitely flopped on that one, to be fair, man. Carlos says Gyökeres makes sense. His FIFA card is insane. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him play, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Really. This is probably the most gas I've been from my side in a minute, man. I can't lie, because yeah, man, bro, some of the goals he scores and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. That's why they're going for bargains like Madueke and Victor. I said Ineos aren't serious, bro. I seen the news about Calvert-Lewin. I thought it was a joke, but I seen I think TNT reported it. A couple of like proper big outlets have reported that he's on the list of the striking list, and I'm like, bro, even for them, it's like this cannot happen, man. It's funny to see, but brother, Calvert-Lewin in big 2025. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. I know Korean said he'd rather him than Højlund. And I hear that, but you probably won't even see him on the pitch. He'll just be injured all the time as well. So, yeah, that'd be nasty, man. To get a striker on a free is crazy work. You're better off just trying to get Watkins. But again, can they afford Watkins? Especially if they're going to be spending 70 on Mbuemo. Remember, they've got no Champions League football, no European football. I guess I think they're going to take a punt. I think they're going to take a gamble. We've seen teams do it before, when they get promoted and they spend a bag of cash. We've seen QPR do it in the past where they've just spent a bag of money. Man, they're getting Jason Parkin, Rio Ferdinand, all these guys, just hoping they stay up. And then obviously sometimes they don't. Obviously the time where they got in like Jubilee Cisse and these guys as well. I think they're just going to take a punt, they'll spend a quite a lot of money and then hope they get back into Europe next season. Because, yeah, man, I just can't see how they're able to afford all these kind of guys, especially with their track record of not really selling that well. Because, again, you're looking at Rashford, it looks like he's going to be another loan, potentially Barcelona. Anthony, how much you're going to get for him? So these kind of players, you're not really going to get massive transfer fees for. So, yeah, it's definitely one to watch for sure. Chelsea strikers are done now. Yeah, I did see, bro. I don't know if you've seen it as well, man. I might have to put it up. That apparently now Osimhen is wanting to stay at Galatasaray. He's willing to accept the kind of prices because for some reason I don't know what's actually happened. I need to do a bit more research on it. There's been like an influx of like money into the Turkish league. Obviously, I'm going to get to it with Trossard being with Fenerbahce. They've just got Duran as well on loan. But yeah, it seems like there's been an influx of loads of money within the Turkish league because again they've just got Sane and he's on apparently 450 grand a week after tax, something crazy like that. They got him on a free, so it looks like they're going to try and pay Osimhen's wages as well, man, which would be crazy. It'll be around the same kind of thing. So yeah, man, very interesting to see how or where the influx of money is come from. But yeah, it does look like Chelsea, the João Pedro, Liam Delap, kind of two strikers are obviously your strikers, man. I don't know how you feel about that. If you're happy or if you're a little bit disappointed, maybe you were expecting like another one, even if it wasn't Osimhen. I know obviously you guys were, well, everyone was linked with Nketiah, but that seems to be like quieting down to a T now. Like no one seems to even be talking about him in the last like 2 or 3 weeks. So maybe he's staying at Frankfurt. So yeah, very interesting, man. Very interesting, man. If Gyökeres doesn't hit the ground running for Arsenal, my agendas are gonna run. Listen, I'm here for it. Bro, I know what comes with the territory, man. If rival fans see, obviously, fans excited by his signing, if he doesn't hit the ground running and he's not really good at the start, bro, you got to get corned. That's just the way it goes, man. People are going to be exactly the same with Wirtz with Liverpool. Everyone's gassing it up. He's a great player. If he comes in and he's not doing the business straight away, everyone's going to be on him, man. That's just the part and parcel of football, isn't it? So, yeah, man, bring it on, man. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he comes in. Obviously, no guarantee with any kind of transfer, but every transfer is a risk. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't, man. I just can't see a reason why he wouldn't, man. Because again, like I said, if Havertz can get 15 goals, bro, and he's not clinical at all. Chelsea fans will know that. I know that myself. He ain't clinical, bro. If we can get 15 goals out of him, surely a better finisher, which Gyökeres is clearly than him, can be in the same positions and finish off some of the easy chances he's missing. So, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I said the Osimhen dream is over. Over like Rover, man. Over like Rover. Yeah, it looks like it is, man. Listen, I don't know, man. I feel like his agents just priced him out a move. He should be at one of the top European teams, man, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? He definitely should be at a top Champions League team, whether it's in Germany or Spain or England or whatever. And yeah, man, if he's just going to go to Galatasaray, even though it's great for their league and obviously it's great for them in particular, I just think it's a little bit of a waste. But we'll see, man. We'll see. It's not guaranteed where he's going to go yet. And, well, he could even go to Saudi still. That's definitely still a possibility as well, man. Wirtz had almost twice the GA of Šeško from midfield. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is actually crazy, man. Šeško is not that guy, says near side remembrance. He's mad. That's a big up toss. Big up Paris, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope you are well. I said, Carlos says, near side, I want Palmer numbers from Wirtz. No hiding. 100%, bro. Comes with the territory, man. Comes with the territory, bro. Like, yeah, you're going to be held to a standard of the best in the league. And again, it's similar position, number 10. Obviously, if De Bruyne was in his palm, he'd be compared to him as well. If Foden was doing his thing, like he obviously did not last season before, then he'd be compared to him. So, yeah, I think he's going to come in and be really good, to be fair. But there is a chance that he might need a little bit of time to adapt maybe to the team or the league. And during that period, if it's at the start, we will be there, guys. We will be there. I said Wirtz won't be on. Penalties, obviously, Salah. Take away Palmer's penalties and bare midfielders are clear of Pen Palmer. Palmer better win the Club World Cup. But sticking it on him as well. The way you Chelsea man glaze him, he better win that. and score from open play. But I said, yeah, but this side is on. He's on Carlos, fam. He's on Carlos. But I said Calvert-Lewin is worse than Erasmus, bro. At least Erasmus is going to be fit. Do you know what I mean? He needs to play and be available. Calvert-Lewin, bro. Honestly, man, it's a shame because obviously you don't like to see players that get injured consistently because it's not their fault. They don't want to be injured, obviously. But bro, it is very frustrating as like just from a fan point of view, and maybe from themselves as well, because again, they don't want to be injured. But you can't even really get excited that they're going to be back. You know around the corner they're going to be out for another 2-3 months, and it's going to be out of nowhere. It's not even going to be a thing where it's a collision kind of injury. You're just going to see it on Twitter like, oh yeah, Reece James, or not Reece James. Well, Reece James in the past has obviously had it as well, but Reece James, Calvert-Lewin, these kind of guys, Tomiyasu, these kind of players, Jesus. Oh, he's had an injury in training. He's going to be out for X amount of weeks, or he's not going to be back for X amount of weeks. And it's just like, oh my days, I can't even. I was just looking forward to you like coming back and playing as well. But yeah, man, it's a difficult one for sure, man. Master Korean is coping. Yeah, you know what? I think by now, I think he thought he was going to get Mbuemo in the door. Obviously, they've got Cunha, who's a good player. And obviously the Burmo thing is kind of dragging. I do think they'll probably end up signing him, but I think he's going to be more in the region of the £70 million mark for sure. But we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. Calvert-Lewin scored 3 meaty goals against relegation for the Light Spurs. Oh my days. Man said this side with possibly the worst ever Palmer takes. CWC final on Sunday if we make it. Yeah, man. Obviously, is it the game tomorrow? I think it is. So yeah, we will be there. We will be there, man. Mascara wants goals split across all forwards instead of one striker that can get 40. Yeah, and I seen I think it was Don CFC. Big him up, man. I think I seen that he was doing a stream saying something a bit similar to that he wants a bag of man to score like a Neto to chip in and then thingy. I mean, that's all great, obviously in theory, but again, you really do want in some games, man, just to rely on one person. You think, you know what, this guy's going to score, because when all those guys or potentially all those guys have like an off game, then you're not really going to score any, because again, they're not really prolific kind of goal scorers. So it's a bit of a risk. It can work, and again, if they all score a decent amount at the same time, I feel like you'll be like a better team overall, because again, the goals can come from everywhere. But I think it is nice to have at least one person, because even like obviously before last season before, when Palmer had his breakthrough season, his first season at Chelsea, you kind of knew that not even every game, but every other game, he's probably going to score at least one, because he was just in that kind of form, whether it's from penalties or from open play or whatever, free kicks. And that kind of play that you've got in your Arsenal, you do get excited about, because you're like, you know what? If all these other players don't turn up, I know he's going to at least have a chance to try and influence the game. Do you know what I mean? Which is what Arsenal have been missing, because again, we try to go down that route of Jesus gets 10, Odegaard gets 10, Martinelli gets 10. But bro, it's like when they all don't chip in, it's like no one gets any. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is a bit of a risk, man, for sure. I said I don't think our wingers are going to score 10 plus. Yeah, it's difficult, man. I feel like Pedro Neto has the potential to, because he's got very good quality and he's very good. He's very good at ball striking. And you've seen obviously some of the goals he scored at the Club World Cup when he's running through in behind, which you really see too much in the Prem, maybe because it's a different style and it's a bit more easier in terms of high line or whatever. But you see he's a good finisher, like in front of goal, innit? But he just doesn't get loads of opportunities to obviously show that. But I feel like he definitely has the potential still to improve his goal record, because his goal record is too low anyway for a player of his caliber. That should be way higher, man. He should be getting 3-4 goals a season, man. Like his quality of player, he should be getting 10. Do you know what I mean? Because he's a capable. He's good with both feet as well. He's got a very good goal against Arsenal as well. So yeah, man, I think it's going to take obviously a lot of improvement in terms of your wingers, but I think João Pedro could definitely chip in with 10 for sure if he gets for the game time. I think Liam Delap, I think he got 10 for Ipswich, so he definitely can chip in with 10. But yeah, I think it's just the other players. Obviously, it looks like you're going to sell Madueke, so he might not even be there. Gittins, I'm not too sure. Obviously, I'm not watch too much of him, so yeah, it is up in the air a little bit, man. But we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. But that's his call for sure. Big up Red. Big up Red Road, man. Sorry, big up Red RD. Big up yourself, my guy. Hope you're well. Big up Tots, my guy. Big up, brother. Hope you're good. Have you seen Gyökeres is going to play for lower salary than Šeško? If that's the case, how much did Šeško want? Yes, bro. I did see that, man. I need to try and get it up. I need to see if I can try and get the tweet up. But yeah, apparently that was one of the sticking points, that Šeško wanted 250, something crazy like that a week, which is actually madness, bro. Actually, madness. It just seems like that deal just stunk from high heavens in terms of the actual price for the player, the actual quality of the player in terms of compared to the price, the valuation was just not adding up. And then the fact he wanted a release clause, apparently, and he wanted 250 a week, bro. It's like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm kind of glad we avoided that, to be fair, because I feel like the outlay of money we're putting in, this guy has to work, because it's like, bro, if this guy don't bang in the goals, we're stuck with a guy that's on nearly 300 grand, similar to Havertz in a way. But at least with Havertz, obviously, you can play him in a different array of positions. I think Šeško's more like a number 9. He can drop in deep and play like a second striker role, similar to Havertz. But I feel like Havertz is a bit more versatile. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, I'm glad we have it, man. Big up Godfrey says Gyökeres is scoring against United. We will be there, tops. Glock 9, my striker. Oh my days! Don't gas me, bro. Don't gas me. But yeah, man, big yourself up, man. I need Gyökeres to hit the hat trick against United. We need that. Oh, I just won, bro. I just won and we win the game. I'll be happy with that, man. Oh man. Hopefully it starts, man, because I don't want this thing of. We'll see in preseason. I think that was key to try and get a striker in for preseason so we can integrate with the team, and hopefully he's in the starting lineup, man. Because I don't really want to see Havertz start in these kind of games anymore, bro. I'll be real. Listen, he can be a squad player, bench player, someone that can rotate, but in terms of starting, I don't think, man. I said we need that expeditiously, you know. I hear it, man. Big up Paris. The more I analyze the transfer window tops, we should have went for. Yeah, we should have, man. We should have went for Šeško, but it could have been a cheaper option, and again, it would have allowed us to obviously move maybe for a Rodrigo as well as that. But with the Eze thing, it feels like we're trying to negotiate a deal down because we don't really want to spend that much more money on the team, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But at least we have Eze on the list, but Šeško would have been good, and he was much cheaper for sure. I love to have Eze, man. It's crazy. I see we're better when goals were spread out. Very true as well. I feel like again, with them, they had a decent amount of goals between a lot of different players too. At the minute, man, when you get these kind of Docus and the Savinhos, yeah, they're not getting 10 each. They're not. You're right. They're not, man. They're good. They're good in terms of like being direct, taking on their man, and they're more like old school wingers. You know, back in the day where your wingers they wouldn't really get 10. They would get like 5, 6, 7, and then your two main strikers would get 20, 25 or whatever if you were playing 4-4-2. They're kind of in that kind of mode where they don't really score much, but again, you're in a modern day system where those wide forwards are seen to be to try and get a similar like goals to like Salah or your man there, Son. Do you know what I mean? Like back in the day in their prime, and these guys just don't do it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy for sure. Absolutely crazy for sure, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button, all of that good stuff. Pedro Neto, 11 goals in 111 games for Wolves. Yeah, this is what I mean, man. He ain't a goal scorer. This is, bro, he definitely should be getting more than that, man. With his quality, we've all seen him. He's a very good player, and he can shoot a ball. It's not like he's rubbish. It's just, I feel like he doesn't get in those kind of positions because he's a touchline winger. Maybe you need to play him a bit more inside forwardy. I know there's a period where you played him like in a number 9 kind of bit. So, yeah, man, I think he's definitely something you got to look at for sure, man. I said purple patch settings. Says near side. João Pedro scored 5 non-penalty goals. Why am Mandem saying that these Dons can score? Who's gassing these players? 250k for Šeško. Crazy, man. Crazy numbers, man. Crazy numbers, bro. I feel like again for him with the non-penalty goals, bro. What I will say is that even though again you can't obviously accumulate to scoring penalties because it just depends what season it is. Like last season, Arsenal had hardly any penalties and missed the majority of them compared to the season before. We had like, I think like 13 or 14. So I hear that, but at the same time, it's like if you can score the penalties and you get a lot of penalties, that adds to the goals tally, innit? Do you know what I mean? So again, I feel like they can score, and again, you got to realize as well, they're playing for Brighton, they're playing for Wolves. These are not prolific goal scoring teams. When you go to Chelsea, obviously it's a step up, so you would assume they're going to get more chances and score more goals, man. So but we'll see what happens. They might not, they might improve. For sure. But yeah, in terms of going back to Carlos, I don't know who's gassing these guys up, bro. Like, honestly, 250 for Šeško is wild. Very wild, man. Very wild, bro. Big up Colin, man. My guy. Let's be real, bro. Those gassing up Šeško are the same ones who have low expectations for the club. Yeah, you know what? It's true, man. And it's funny what I've seen as well. Like, a couple of people have done it where, obviously, they wanted Šeško, but because we got Gyökeres, they've done the narrative of, oh, well, Gyökeres really wants to come to Arsenal, so I'm so happy that we're getting it. It's like, bro, just stand on what you said. You can just say you still want Šeško. That's fine. Obviously, I don't agree, but that just it's your opinion, man. If we would have got Šeško, I still would have said, oh, we should have got Gyökeres, but Šeško's here. We've just got to move with it kind of thing. So, yeah, man, you don't have to. I feel like some people just agree with what the club do, and it's okay just to be like, you know what, I just don't agree with that move, innit? It's okay to say that. It doesn't make you a bad fan or anything. Like, you can just disagree with what the club wants to do. Into some of these signings, if you don't agree, you don't have to say and try and convince yourself that it's the right move to make because the club wants to do it. I feel like a lot of people do that with signings. By the way, he's got another one where I'm seeing people trying to be like, you know what? It's like, bro, if you don't rate him before at Chelsea, then just stick to what you say, bro. Because again, I did a similar thing with Sterling, obviously last year, where I'm trying to convince myself, you know what, it might be a good signing. When initially I'm like, before the window started, I didn't want Sterling, let's be honest. But because it was desperate, we just took him. And then he ended up being a disaster. So I should have just stuck with what I said. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Well, big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like up the video, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff, man. I'm going to get into, obviously, the comments again. But yeah, I'm just on this article here. Leandro Trossard facing uncertainty future at Arsenal. So yeah, man. Crazy. Arsenal attacker Leandro Trossard is not guaranteed to remain at the club by the end of the summer window, according to Sky Sports. The Belgium international, get rid of that. The Belgian international, who joined the Gunners from Brighton in January 2023, is currently under contract until 2026, with Arsenal holding an option to extend for an additional year. Despite his versatility and important contributions as an impact substitution during his time at North London so far, recent developments have casted doubt over his long-term future. Negotiations over a contract extension have reportedly stalled in recent weeks due to the player's demands. So yeah, I heard that apparently when Edu and Jason Alto were there, obviously the former sporting directors, they were obviously leading the charge for this kind of contract renewal, which would have been more about him improving his salary rather than the actual extension of the contract. I think we still have an option, obviously on top of the 1 year left kind of thing. So we could extend it to 2027 if we want to. But since Andre Burt has come in, apparently we're going into a new direction where potentially we could be selling him on to make room for someone else or other players, new players, especially obviously he's just turned 30, I think it is. So yeah, maybe that might be a new direction, man. And the club have previously been in advanced discussions to secure a long-term deal, but no agreement has been reached. Trossard has recently switched representation as well, leaving a long-time agent to join to join DH Sports and Entertainment. This move has fueled speculation over a possible transfer, such as changes often preceded significant career decisions for players. Arsenal believed to be open to letting Trossard go for a fee around 20 million euros, which is about, I don't know, is that like 13, 14 million pounds, something like that, which is still relatively low. I know he's got a year left and we got him for about 25 mil. But even so, man, you want to be trying pushing it to like 20 million pounds if you can. Do you know what I mean? Especially with clubs from Saudi Arabia interested, and obviously Turkey, who again have had an influx of money this last transfer window in terms of being able to pay wages and being linked with obviously more high-profile players like Duran, etc. So yeah, Arsenal's pursuit of new forwards include Crystal Palace's Eze, Noni Madueke, Real Madrid's Rodrigo. Suggests that the club is planning to refresh its attacking options, man. So yeah, a lot of speculation there. While Trossard remains a valued member of the squad, he's far from indispensable. A 30-year-old entering his final year of his contract, Arsenal may see this summer as an optimal time to cash in if no extension is agreed. So that is definitely one to obviously look at for sure. In terms of what I feel about the deal, yeah, out of the two, I probably would have sold Trossard in terms of age-wise, the amount of money he's got in his contract. But then at the same time, you're probably going to get more money for Martinelli. But again, it's all depending on if there's actual any interest in Martinelli. Fabrizio Romano came out and said that the links to him and Saudi Arabia are well off the mark. There is no kind of bid or planning on bidding for him. They want to look at other avenues like Luis Diaz and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely one to look at for sure, man. I said we big up Godfrey. He said we have to thank Leipzig for the ridiculous price tag on Šeško. Never wanted him anyway. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. Carlos says, Colin Blood, do not let me win the Club World Cup. Obviously, they're in the semi-final. Potentially could obviously get to the final as well. You man slandering better not be wanting Šeško in the future. Honestly, man ran this script with ease. That 70 mil was too much. Now they want to try it, run it with Šeško. Careful, lads. God's already watching. God, once again, listen. You know what it is, bro. Like if he smashes it and he's doing well at another club, I'll be like, fair play, big him up, man. Obviously, he's a good player and all that kind of stuff. But during the period at where we are, man, I don't think we can be taking the chances because again, is he going to come next season, and even if he stays at Leipzig or goes to another team and score 20, 25, 30 goals next season? I personally don't think he's going to. He might do it in the future, but not next season. And we need it next season. We definitely need it. It's no good of him doing it like in 3-4 years' time, where potentially we could have won something else with another striker. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not saying he's a bad player, bro. I'm not even saying he's a bad player. I just think for the position we're in, bro, we need to really step up and just buy someone else, man. Big up Rich, new to the chat. Big up everyone. Big up yourself, Rich, man. Big up for being in the chat. Appreciate you guys in the chat, man. Hope you are well, my bro. Hope you are well. Big up Carlos. He says penalties the only matter when it's Mo Salah, according to source. Listen, bro, I'll never discount penalties in it. Like Gyökeres has scored a lot of penalties as well, but for me, you've got to take it and score it. Do you know what I mean? Like penalties are penalties, whatever. There's still goals, still count as goals. If people miss them, people will be on them in it. So you got to score it, man. Obviously, again, you can't really judge it in terms of how many penalties you're going to get in the season, because again, it depends on different factors of how many times you get fouled, if the referee wants to give the penalty, etc. I understand that, but at the same time, man, I'm never going to discredit a guy. All of our greats have scored penalties, whether it's Thierry Henry, Didier Drogba, Vardy, like whoever you want to, Harry Kane, Salah, like Haaland, everyone scores penalties, man. So yeah, man, I'm not going to discredit it, bro. Like again, it just adds to the goal tally, and people will still call them clinical when they've scored all these penalties for sure. So yeah. Big up Godfrey said, I want apologize for wanting Gyökeres over Šeško. Not saying Šeško is trash, but I wanted Glock 9 since day one when we were linked with him. Yeah, big up yourself, man. A lot of people wanted obviously Glock 9, obviously yourself, Troops, we got Troops as well. Halftime Hawks, we got Hawks as well. You're saying Gyökeres from last year, I remember. So yeah, man, for me, as soon as we couldn't get Isak, I was like, yeah, Gyökeres is the next guy. That just makes sense from the quote-unquote projects, phases, whatever, but it just makes kind of sense of what we actually need or we lack. Because again, for me, obviously Havertz can do some good things in terms of being a false nine and stuff, but it's going to be similar to what probably Šeško can do. Maybe Šeško just a little bit quicker, but for Gyökeres, it's a completely different kind of player, and it means you can alternate styles, alternate kind of different tactics with different teams. So again, against the smaller teams, you might want to play Gyökeres as more of a goal scorer because we're going to dominate the ball. Against obviously the harder teams, you might want to play Havertz, who can drop into midfield and help our defense, or vice versa, all the way around. So yeah, man, I think for me, it's the right decision. Well, obviously, it remains to be seen. We'll see if obviously he can bang in all the goals. But yeah, for me, I think we've done the right thing, to be honest, bro. Big up Rich says, after 3 seasons, we are finally getting a striker. I definitely didn't want Šeško. No striker in 3 seasons. Whoever wants a potential striker with Šeško are all for our BS processes, etc. Yeah, I fully agree with you, Rich Murray. I fully agree with you, man. I feel like, again, you don't want to go into that kind of path of waiting again for another player to develop and making sure that they're amazing. I think when you got someone like Gyökeres, everyone's expecting him. Even the people that wanted Šeško over him, everyone's expected him to produce straight away. Do you know what I mean? First season, not no bedding in period. If he has his bedding in period, people are going to be like, why do we spend this kind of money on him or whatever, or be disappointed in him? So yeah, I think that just raises the expectations straight away. And I think that's what we need anyway. Just to put, again, this has to be the season. Like, we can't be messing about now. We're in phase 6. This is his 6th year without winning anything. So you gotta be delivering now, man. You can't be messing about for sure, man. Man's a big up, mate. Big up everyone in the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button in this video, man. Obviously going on to Victor Gyökeres, just a little bit of a quick article here. Saying Victor Gyökeres shows his true colours with last-minute Arsenal demand before transfer. Arsenal closing in signing the Sporting Lisbon striker, having reportedly made a new offer worth almost £70 million. A lot of money, obviously, but yeah, definitely worth it for sure. If you want to get a top striker in, Gyökeres is reportedly willing to sacrifice a significant amount of his wages in order to get his dream move to Arsenal. The Gunners are closing in on a move. He scored 97 goals in 102 games since joining Sporting Lisbon in 2023. Obviously, the news sporting director, Andre Burr, has championed Gyökeres ahead of Benjamin Šeško, with the 27-year-old making it clear he only wants to move to the Emirates, man. So again, all those, I say rumors, but the reports from Fabrizio Romano saying he didn't want to go to Man United, or he wants to go to Arsenal, seems like they were true. At the first time, I thought it was kind of more like Arsenal's kind of my first choice, but it literally, with the how he's been acting, he was right. Like, he actually just wants to come to Arsenal, which is fair, man. And according to the new report, Gyökeres has even decided to forego £1.7 million, €2 million from a 5-year deal he had agreed with Arsenal, so they can up their bid. That's mad. That's actually mad. I can't remember another player doing that. You know, that's crazy. To be fair, man said he'll put his wages down to make sure you man got enough bread to get him over the line. The report states that Arsenal have made a new offer to Sporting worth an initial €65 million, £56 million, plus 13 million pounds add-ons, which is 15 million euros. With the bid said to have made it possible by a Gyökeres decision, man. That's a good deal, you know. I didn't realize it was that. The 56 like standard base fee is all right, man. That's decent. That's decent considering we spent 65 on Havertz, man. 56 is not bad, to be fair, in this kind of current market for a striker that's scored so many goals, whether it's Portuguese or whatever. But to be fair, he scored in the Champions League and he scored in internationally as well. So it's not like you're just judging him off that particular league. He has scored in the Champions League as well. Scored a hat-trick against City too. But yeah, he has scored in the Champions League, man, and for Sweden. So yeah, that's obviously a good omen as well. Also have signed 2 players so far this season. Obviously, one being Kepa, the other being Zubimendi. I don't really even got to the Zubimendi thing, man. To be fair, I do need to obviously touch on that as well in a bit, man. Kepa Arrizabalaga has joined Chelsea to act as a backup to David Raya, with Zubimendi has made the big move from Sociedad, and he's a key part of Arteta's plans. Martin is a player who will bring a huge amount of experience and quality and football intelligence to the team. That's what he said after the deal was confirmed on Sunday. His standard of his performances have been excellent for both club and country, and is exactly why we're excited to see him play for the club, and everyone welcomes him at the club as well. Just on about Zubimendi, he thinks he's going to be a good fit and fit in quite nicely. Obviously, it's a big change, but he's ready to get started, Zubimendi said as well. So yeah, man, a lot of positive energy there from Zubimendi, and yeah, I'm glad obviously we've signed him too. But obviously the massive news so far has been about Victor Gyökeres, man. And yeah, man, I feel like again it's one of those ones where Victor Gyökeres definitely can be a game changer for sure, man. Definitely can be a game changer for sure. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button in the video as well, man. Master Gyökeres actually gives Arteta more time, you know. But alas, people only get it when the contract extension has been agreed. No, I disagree with that, boy. I feel like he gives him less time because again, you've got your ready-made striker, bro. Like, this is it. If he's in bank, people are gonna say, well, number one, why can't you get the best out of him? Or two, the quality wasn't good enough, but it's under your obviously ownership, on your mentorship, and why can't strikers score loads of goals under you? Because we've not had a proper striker score a load of goals since Aubameyang, and that was really because of Emery, really, because that was halfway through the season, and Aubameyang went onto the left-hand side when Arteta came. So yeah, man, you're gonna be looking at him. I just think he's running out of time anyway, regardless, bro. I think even the people that are for him are getting very impatient with him, man, especially with the lack of trophies. I think that's the main thing. That's a big up legend, big up everyone in the building, man. Gyökeres. Gyökeres is great signing, but this is not enough. We've never completed a full window with the Cronkies and Arteta, and the attack has been neglected for so long. Rodrigo Eze needs signing. Yeah, for me, bro, you have to sign them both. I know we're linked with Madueke, which obviously we'll get onto later on as well. But for me, bro, we need to sign both, man. We need to sign Gyökeres, we need to sign Eze, and we need to sign Rodrigo, man, if we can afford it. If that means we have to sell Martinelli and Trossard, so be it, bro. Because again, that whole attack needs refreshing, man. It does. It's just stale. It needs a bit of dynamism to it. And again, a lot of obviously teams now who are going to be researching us before the games are not going to know exactly what our tactics are going to be, because we're going to have new players in the front line. Whereas you've seen Martinelli for the last 5 years. You know what Saka's going to do last 4 or 5 years as well. Havertz has been with us. This is his 3rd year now. So these guys, everyone's getting very familiar with our attack because we don't strengthen it or change the personnel with it. So yeah, man, I think it's definitely needed, bro. And you're right, we've never completed a full window. Will we do it? I'm not too sure. I'm very hesitant. I feel like it's going to be 2 out of 3 of Eze, Madueke, and Rodrigo. And I think Madueke looks more likely than the other 2 at the minute. Obviously, it looks like we're going to make an opening bid for. But yeah, for me, we need to try and get Eze and Rodrigo over the line. But we'll see if it happens, man. I think we've already messed about by signing Gyökeres, to be honest. Fair enough. This commentary reach... this commentary reject is making some noise, making so much noise. Obviously, Korean not happy with obviously him turning down Man United for Arsenal. I hear it. Martinelli has gone now, but been 2 seasons. He's been rubbish. Not sure he's an individual problem or Terry again, not letting him play with freedom. Rich, I think he's a bit of both, bro. I feel like he's just not improved in terms of his football IQ, his intelligence and stuff like that. And that's on himself. But then I feel like tactically, him playing as that life kind of wide winger is definitely not helping him, to be honest with you. Again, he's very isolated on that left. There's no kind of link-up combination plays. Everyone just goes into the middle, where it's kind of Fury, Lewis Skelly, or obviously Declan Rice. Everyone just goes into the center. No one overlaps to create space for him in terms of being able to go and cut inside and shoot, or play him in early first time as well. So yeah, I think it's a bit of both, bro. So I think tactically we definitely need a change from that left-hand side anyway. But I think Martinelli himself just has not improved his game enough, in my opinion, man. Šeško was another BS excuse for Arteta to make up a new phase number. Says Rich. Big up boy. He says Gyökeres not a good tactical fit. signing him gives Arteta time. I'm pretty sure this isn't known in the media because there are still expectations on Šeško, even though he's been after this for a week. Nah, you know what? I feel like, again, with the tactical fit thing, I think Arteta needs to make a tactical change anyway, because what you got to realize is as well, like, what he's been doing while we've been second, ultimately has not been good enough because we've not won any trophies and didn't win the league. So, again, I think a change is needed. Whether how much time he takes is up to him because, again, I feel like, again, he's had a lot of time to perfect this one particular style, but now he's gone to another style. And also, you look at the kind of changes he's made every season, bar last season, he changed the style a little bit. Like, we didn't play in the 2021-2022 season. We played differently to how we played the season after with Jesus and Zinchenko. Then we played completely different when Xhaka left, when obviously Havertz went in midfield. Completely different, man. We were very more defensively robust or whatever, and didn't really have that kind of flair that we did the season before. So he can change a system in a season. We've seen him do it the last two. So, yeah, I don't think that warrants him getting more time for sure, bro. Because that excuse will not, bro, boy, if he had won trophies in that period of time, then maybe, but because everyone's still waiting, that excuse ain't gonna wash for sure. No way, man. No way. Especially because you've bought him for so much money, and this is the striker that scores goals. So yeah, I feel like it definitely doesn't allow him more time for sure, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. But yeah, hello, Barca, Rashford to Barca, Vic. Big up yourself, Alberto. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. But yeah, man. I feel like Barca to Rashford could be a possibility, especially like on a loan. I feel like you can see that a loan with an option with them paying his wages. And yeah, he'll have a good time there. He would have had definitely a solid move there playing for Barcelona, especially when they're back in the Champions League and stuff like that. Just won La Liga too. So yeah, definitely, man. Real Madrid to Arsenal, that's a massive downgrade. Listen, it's a downgrade regardless. Wherever you go from Real Madrid, it is a massive downgrade, man. And because Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world, bro. But again, I feel like it just depends on what you're doing and what your goal is. If he wants to play regularly, if he wants to obviously be in a team where he's going to be the center stage, the superstar of the team, then again, you're going to go to another team because, again, with Mbappe there, with Vinicius there, he's just down the pecking order. Jude Bellingham's there as well. Trent might possibly even overtake him too. So, yeah, I feel like, again, he probably wants to be the star of the show or one of the main men starting every single week. And because of the change of manager, I don't think you're going to get it, man. I don't think you're going to get it. How can you justify Arteta needing to change things when he's making people believe there's a title challenge with Havertz, Mourinho, Rice in the 8? Trossard and Martinelli. Now, but the thing is that, bro, like, I think you can't do that. You can't say he's making people believe we've got a title challenge when he's signing these players. You can't have it both ways. People don't rate the players, but he's signing them, so he obviously must rate them. So if he's getting a title challenge out of them, then that's his prerogative. But again, he's not won the title with them. And again, no one's forcing these players on him. He wanted Havertz, he wanted Mourinho, he wanted Rice. He bought Trossard, he's kept Martinelli. So nah, man, we can't use the same rhetoric of praising him with all these players that he's bought. We're past that stage now. Like, this is not a thing where it's Emery's team or Wenger's team where they're not his players. These are his players, man. So whatever you do with them, you don't get massive praise because you bought them. You bought these guys for massive money. They're on massive wages as well. So you got to deliver with them, man. And for me, you don't get another chance to change. You don't get. The thing is, the problem I have with it is this. I think this is expectancy maybe from Arteta that he's just going to be here for ages. Like, he's just going to be another Wenger. It doesn't matter what he actually wins or doesn't win. Like, the next 4 or 5 years, he's going to be here. Even the fact that you're thinking you're going to get Šeško and potentially he might be good in 2-3 years. What's actually keeping you here for 2-3 years if you don't deliver in that period of time? And I think you got to get away from that. I think he has to be on a literally season by season basis, especially in this part of his managerial career where there's a massive expectations on him with people that rate him or people that don't rate him. There's massive expectations still on him because it's like, you're here and you're spending a lot of money, like in terms of how much we've spent under him, it's probably going to hit 800, 900 million. I think he's got to be delivering for sure. Master, please read my comment. Big yourself up. Most managers aren't making a title challenge with some of these. But again, he picked the teams, man. He picked the teams. He picked the players. He picked the players. So he obviously thought they're good enough to make a challenge for it. So yeah. Madrid overrated club, terrible club too. Says, boy, if I were Rodrigo, I would push for a buy move, especially with them. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're going to be after Eze as well, because again, he's kind of like a number 10, and obviously Elise is there too, so it makes sense. But we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. for sure, man. I'm a fan of PSG more than Real Madrid as a Barca fan. Yeah, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense. Transit, I will sub to your channel. Big up yourself, Rich. I've just started my own channel in January and just started doing lives. Yeah, man. Make sure you carry it on, keep it up, and make sure you make sure you do your thing, man. Make sure you do your thing. Man. But big yourself up. There's downgrades, yeah, but there's downgrades. Playing for a team with 0 Champions Leagues after playing for a team with the most is an L. Just ask Ozil, yeah, Gunners, yeah. Ozil on his career moving to Arsenal. Ozil better be on the phone to Rodrigo, telling him to avoid Arsenal at all costs. No ambition player goes there. Arsenal, literally Korean. I don't think Arteta was buying players for a title challenge though. Then the mandate has always been top 4, a team good enough to maybe fool the fans. Yeah, nah, see, I disagree, man, because the one thing I will say about Arteta, whether I think he's good enough or not, I do think he wants to win. Like, I do think he wants to win it. Whether he's good enough to do it is obviously a different, argument. But I think he definitely was gearing up, because remember, he said that thing, when was it, like 2021, where he said, and people thought he was gassing at the time, and he probably still is, because again, we've not won anything, but when he said that quote of, oh, one day this team's gonna bang, so obviously he had high expectations for whatever team he was going to assemble. And also when he first came in, he was saying we need to get the team back to winning Premier Leagues and obviously being back into the Champions League. So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but we'll see, man. I do feel like, again, with him, he's had enough time, he's had enough money, he's had all of his players, he's getting some more players now in this window. Potentially you could get Eze. GYOKERES is the top, obviously going to be one of the best informed strikers in Europe. He's going to be getting, so bro, you can't give too many more excuses for him, man. He's got good defense now again, and like I said, I'll give him credit. The defense is very good, and obviously he's picked them and he's picked the players and he's set them up, and I feel like I'm very comfortable and happy with the defense. It's just the attacking phase now, and getting someone in, or and multiple players that can put the ball into the back of the net. Big up OP. He says, hey man, watching you for the first time. Big yourself up, man. Appreciate that. What do you think about Ethan being angry about game time? I think he's asking too much for a 17-year-old. What I will say about that, bro, is that you just got to be careful in terms of associating an agent to the player, because again, these guys are just letting it go to their agent, and I feel like it's more of an agent move just in terms of it being linked to the press. Because I remember we had this same kind of like hoo-ha when he was 15 and we tried to sign him to a new deal then. And at the time, it was promoted that he was going to leave. He was going to go back to Man City. He was going to go to Man City, or he was going to go to another team. But in the end, we ended up getting obviously the contract over the line. So, bro, I think again, from my perspective, it's kind of like the agent is probably looking out for the player himself rather than the player really pushing and saying, I should be playing, kind of thing. And I feel like you get that kind of negative stigma when fans realize or just assume it's just the player himself. So yeah, I think it's more Asian driven, bro. I think if you ask him, he'd probably be happy with the game time he's getting. But I think the agents probably are just looking out for his long-term future in terms of, we don't want our client on the bench. We want him to be earning as much money as possible in terms of contracts. Maybe some of the contract bonuses are appearances as well. So I think it's all like different layers for sure, man. But yeah, I think potentially, I think he could leave potentially, depending on obviously what happens. But hopefully he stays, man, because he's a fantastic player. But we'll have to wait and see, bro. But yeah, in terms of his playing time, I still think he'll get decent amount of playing time, because we're in so many competitions. There's times where he can come off the bench, and that's another thing that definitely Arteta has to improve on: utilizing his bench, playing players, bringing on players when other players are tired or the game's done. Like he rarely does that, man. There's been a lot of times where we make one substitution or no substitutions. That has to definitely change. And when you start doing that, players feel more involved, and then they can say that they've played X amount of games and X amount of minutes, rather than you go 4 or 5 games, you ain't even come on the pitch yet. Do you know what I mean? And that's when it starts to have a bit of friction and that. But yeah, big up obviously the chat. I said, wait, Korean, you can't really moderate it. Bro, this is why I'm just reading it out, fam, because yeah, you man are dusty anyway, so it's crazy. From playing with Prime, Ronaldo and Benzema to Danny Welbeck and Walcott, yikes. I'm a United fan. I can mod anyone. Yeah, yo, you lost it, bro. When you get Calvert-Lewin in, we will be there. We will be there, bro. Calvert-Lewin leading the line, you know. Crazy. Man said Chelsea need to go for Rodrigo, but they won't. yeah. You don't go for them kind of profiles anymore, bro. You probably will sign someone else, but it'll just be someone younger. But yeah, if we don't get a creative midfielder, we ain't doing nothing unless Arteta somehow unlocks CM Havertz this season. The thing is, I think we will get, if it's not Eze, I do think we will get a creative midfielder now. I do think we will. And we have to, man, because Vieira is, again, another wasted piece of money, but Vieira is going to be probably loaned out or sold or maybe even let go. I don't even know. But again, that's a position that we need to strengthen because again, Smith Rowe left last season and we didn't obviously capitalize on that. And Eddie Nketiah left last season and we didn't get a replacement for him. So yeah, there's still a lot of squad building to do, man, in terms of playing personnel. I feel like we let a lot of people go last year, but didn't replace them, and then wondered why we had so many injuries. Because yeah, our squad's thin. That's why, like, we're letting go strikers, even if you rate them or not, and not getting another body in. Do you know what I mean? And we had the most games of whatever from a Premier League season, man, in terms of Premier League, Champions League, or whatever. So yeah, Carlos is Chelsea building an NFL team, building a small army. Ozil was cut by Real Madrid. They won La Decima after that. It's not an accident. How many players do you have on the books? Like 3 teams worth. I don't know about Chelsea. Big up boys said Real Madrid fans were the biggest Ozil fans until then. Now they forget who Ozil is. Yeah, they don't talk about him like that for sure. But yeah, Chelsea need centre back and goalkeeper. Now they're stacked up top. Well, guaranteed Arsenal will fund Chelsea next signing when we sign Madueke. Yeah, Rich, this is the issue I always have, man, with the whole situation. Like, you know, we're gonna fund them at some point in time, whether it's this window or the next window, man. And this is why we just need to cut ties, bro. Like, just stop doing it. Do you know what I mean? Just get someone else. Bakayoko's there. You can get him for cheap for PSV if you want to back up. Do you know what I mean? There's gonna be other backups that are cheaper. And maybe across Europe that are a bit more unknown. But again, as a backup, you don't really need to be a superstar. You're just there literally to fill in. So I don't know, man. We'll see, bro. We'll see. We're not made a bid yet, so we'll see what happens, man. Never disrespect Ozil. Ronaldo was angry when he left. One of the goats understood his value. No, bro, he was a top player of Real Madrid. Arsenal, he definitely had moments where he was class in particular games. Away from home, very rare. But at the Emirates, like I said, some of the games I watched in Europa League, some of the Champions League games as well, some of the top Premier League games. Bro, he was class, man. He was class. He was just very inconsistent. And also, we didn't have the right team for him as well, man. Because again, it's funny because we needed him with what kind of midfield we have now in terms of that robust 6'2", just to protect him off the ball and then make him do his thing on the ball. But again, we still had kind of those kind of short, kind of stimpy players like Santi Cazorla and these guys like that, man, and Coquelin, not very, very physically present. Do you know what I mean? So I think it definitely obviously hindered his development in terms of being able to impact certain games. But then again, I don't think he liked the physicality himself anyway. So I think it's a bit of both, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit of both. I said, yeah, Rich, CB and goalkeeper Defo, says Chelsea. Was Ronaldo so angry after La Decima? Be real. It was also some overrated thing. Gas for my Brazilian. But bro, I seen his goal, you know. He looked all right. Esteval, man. He looks all right. Where does he actually play? Is it right or left wing or both? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he actually starts, man. Pick up everyone in the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, it had nothing to do with Carlo Ancelotti. It has to do with Ozil not being good enough. You're lost, bro. Do you need help finding your way back? This where Man United is so cooked now. Yeah, that's finished. That's been done, fam. You might have done out. You might have done that. Like, they ain't running around here, brother. Madrid, we're never gonna get La Decima with Ozil. Allow it. Man said, yawn. It's Ozil, bro. Different level when talking Cruz, Modric, and Ozil. I don't get why people see Ethan through the middle. He isn't like that in the Arteta system. The wing position suits him most. Yeah, you know what? It's because he's obviously still developing, bro. I feel like, again, at the minute, that kind of right-sided position probably suits him more because he's more direct. He knows where to be. He can just get the ball. He can, obviously, he's skillful. He's got low center of gravity. He's got a very good shot in him. He's got a very good cross on him as well. And I feel like in terms of impact, he looks more comfortable there. I think with the number 10 and 8, I feel like that needs definitely more developing in terms of, because even some of the games he played in the 10, it's very rare, but bro, he wasn't even in the game because he couldn't get the ball. He couldn't, because obviously there's certain pockets you need to occupy to make sure you're free and available to get the ball on a half turn. But he was just getting marked out of the game. Again, it's understandable. He's learning the position because he's 17. So yeah, it's understandable, man. Whereas I think on the wing, it's a bit more like straightforward. Just stay on the wing, hold the width, get the ball when you get the ball, try and cut in if you can, try and link up if you can, and it's a bit more direct and in your face. Whereas I think the number 10 is a bit more intricate in terms of being able to know which positions you need to get in off the ball to receive it at the right time and stuff like that, man. It's a bit more nuanced, I think. So yeah, I think long term he probably is going to be a 10-8 because I feel like, again, in that kind of middle of the center of the pitch, him driving forward and getting past players, I feel like he's going to be a massive asset. And he's not the quickest on the wing, even though you don't need to be. But I feel like, again, his dribbling technique and his very like tight ball control in the middle will be a massive asset, man. But again, we'll see, bro. We'll definitely see. It might be a thing where you can play both. Do you know what I mean? I said, did you even watch Ozil? Ozil was Ozil was a quality player, man. He was. He should have been better at Arsenal for sure, but for Real Madrid, he was class. And again, even for Arsenal, some of the games, and that's why I think a lot of people were on him, because he should have been better. Like, it's like, bro, you got the ability to do it. You just was very inconsistent, especially away from home. But again, I feel like that was part of the team's fault as well, because the team away from home wasn't great either. So yeah, man, I think it was a little bit of both. But yeah, I still rate him. I think Real Madrid was class, and for Germany he was good as well. So yeah, man. Yeah, I watched Ozil. You man like an eye test. Hated the door, never ignored. We'll be buying from Chelsea instead of Garcia from Spain. It's funny to see United fans are so arrogant in the chat. Your manager is literally mudded, and your current striker likes to back. Man said carnival, yeah. Man's doing a wine and that. Carney, yeah. That's funny, man. That's funny. One thing that annoys me is this false narrative between Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson. They were not rivals. You don't compare a Prem player with a Prem player from Bangladesh. They're not even in the same league of manager. I think, when they first came, they definitely were. But Wenger just fell off like expeditiously. Yeah, quite soon after, probably after like 2006, he probably should have left. But bro, during the time 90s, man, it was back and forth, bro. Like I said, 4 for United, 3 for the Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger won 2 doubles as well in that time, and 2 more FA Cups as well during that period of time. So yeah, man, I think during the first period, definitely. And also, it was an unfair competition as well, because Man United was spending loads of money, and Arsene Wenger was hardly spending anything in it and still competing at the time. Because Man United was just buying the best players in the league, whether it's Andy Cole, Dwight York, Sheringham. Like, they were just cherry picking the best players that played, or best strikers anyway, that played in the Prem. They're obviously the one is Shearer as well. So yeah, it was a bit of unfair where Arsene Wenger had to find these unknown players that no one even heard of and try and mold them into something decent. So a bit of a different kind of skill set, I would say. But overall, obviously, Sir Alex Ferguson is a much better manager, obviously. But yeah, I do feel like during the first period, it was definitely time. Man United wanted to replace Sir Alex Ferguson with Arsene Wenger in 2001, because Sir Alex Ferguson was going to retire. So yeah, man, definitely was a different outlook then. Esteval's going to be elite. Right wing for Esteval, 30 million. He's got more talent than Madueke and Mudryk put together. Listen, man, this is probably why you're not too fussed about Mudryk obviously getting the ban, and Madueke obviously potentially going to another team. So with this guy, I'm looking forward. From a rival perspective, obviously, I don't want you guys to do well at any stage, but I am looking forward to it, man. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Arsenal fans saying United are done yet. United have more been. Bro, stop this, man. This is what annoys me with the trophy chat, because in reality, bro, you man are 15th. Like, you're not doing too much. You're mudded. My team will never be down there, fam. Yeah, never. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? Like, stop it, man. It's cope. It's actually cope. It's actually cope, man. You man are in trouble, you man are in trouble next season if you don't get so. You got one player in. Well, you're gonna have the same. I said this as well. I said if Amarin can't get the better out of these players, you're gonna be stuck with these same players, man. So yeah, you better hope you get some bag of man in. Obviously, it's nearly pre-season as well. I'm sure Man United fans were expecting 7, 8, 9 players in by the time the season starts, at least, because you need a whole new team, bro. But at the minute, you're playing the same defense, you got the same keeper, so it's just literally Cunha you got, and maybe Mbuemo, maybe. So again, you got obviously you improve your attack, but it's the same man. It's the same man. I got you 15th with the same manager. You're just gonna get a pre-season. That's literally it, man. So yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. I'm sorry. Other people can dunk on me, but I'm not having it from Man United. I don't care. I'm sorry, bro. Not with the season you've had. You man cannot chat to me. When you were getting boxed left and right last season, bro. Everyone was taking a piece. Do you know what I mean? You lost to everyone, bro. So yeah, no, I'm not having it. I'm sorry, I'm not having it, man. Man claiming Wenger was a player from Bangladesh. The boy, then Arsenal. I'm using an analogy. You know what that is? Bangladesh, and the closest to Alex Ferguson rival was Mourinho. I'm holding you to that one. The new visitors will know 100%. It took Holstein moving a decade of debt for you to hold that position. Yeah, interesting. Man said Korean cook. Anyone in the chat at me after letting me know what club you support, I'll put you in a hot pot. You can't escape. Korean doesn't make me little. Don't make me little bro. You. Wenger made you man sweat with Denilson Bentner and Squalachi for a spine. You got no grounds to have this level of, bro. Honestly, man, Korea's moving mad. I don't know what's happening, fam. That Gyökeres rejection, and that's another thing, by the way. Hold that. Yeah, you bums. You bums. You got his old manager and he still didn't want to come to you. Hold that. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I forgot about that as well. But yeah, man, you're moving mad for sure. I said that's elite. I said Sonogo was elite. I was trembling. His recruitment was elite. United are finished. United are done. Says, boy, nobody put pressure on my Brazilian. He's getting all the time in the world. You man are getting DC. Bro, man said DCL, man. DLC, you know. Crazy. It's over. Man said it's not cope. Show me your trophies. Fergie retired over a decade ago. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what, bro. Man, I'm still talking about Fergie, bro. It's 2030. It's 2025. Talk about Amarin. Talk about Amarin, bro. Talk about Amarin, bro. But yeah, man, show me your trophy. Now, show me your trophies that you've won on the Amarin. It's niche. You lost to Spurs in the final. Could never be my club. It could never be my club losing to Spurs in the final, man. That is again, you should have got cut more for that too, man. You could have got cut more for that too. I'm sorry, I'm not having it. No. The worst Man United team I've seen in my lifetime, in the history of football, I've probably seen in my generation, bro. And man thinks he's got chat. I don't think so. Nah. I'm not having it. I'm not having it, man. Have you heard about United going after the Golden Boot striker TCL, bro? Oh man, Calvert Lewin at the carpet. Bring him. Didn't know they gave out trophies for beating Real Madrid and coming second. Weird. Did they change the rules though? Bro, you didn't win anything last year. You can't do the trophy thing when you didn't win anything. You get me? You didn't win anything. Crystal Palace can chat to me. Newcastle, Chelsea, you cannot. You were trophyless last year, bro. You did not win. You finished 15th and lost the final and didn't win any trophies, bro. Allow it, please. Please, man. The trophies that you won, the manager's not even here now. So yeah, I'm not having it, man. My manager's won more trophies of my team than yours. How about that? Joker. Who got a trophy for beating Man United? Sorry, for beating Real Madrid and finishing second. I didn't know they gave trophies for finishing, 15th? Boy, bro, these man nearly got relegated. That's how mad it is. They nearly got relegated, bro. Is it Silva? Big up E-Ross, my brother. What are you telling me, man? Big up to Tops and the crew. Big yourself up, bro. Myself, I'm not talking to you. Go watch the full game of Ozil playing for Madrid. Can't have a conversation with who is clueless about football. Big up OP says Man United fans talking right now is like a 3 out of 10 dissing the supermodel. Bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't know what's actually happening here. I don't know what's actually happening. Man thinks he can cook me when you got the same manager and the same team that finished 15th. Yeah, he's lost it. He's lost it, bro. Korea's lost it, man. Big up Korea every single time. Oh my god, it was overrated, man. That's your opinion, man. Fair. You can have all the ability, but if you've got a weak mentality, it will show. Real ones know Ozil don't go to the trenches. Yeah, in the Premier League, he definitely didn't, man. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Show me your trophies. Only club that has any weight are Liverpool, Man City, and City are criminals. Oh my days, man. Bro, these United, man. This is what I'm saying, bro. Collapse their finances, stadium linking. Bro, fix your state. Oh my God, cook. Boy, cook him. Cook him, man. What's going on here? What are we doing? Stadium looking, rat infestation, sacking every manager. All players fail at United and he want to talk. Bro, this is what I'm saying. It don't make no sense to me, man. It don't make no sense to me, bro. He's not reading the room, fam. He's not reading the room. Your club is a corpse right now. Don't even. Man said Korean is strong. I think he's on the Steve Weisers, bro. I think he's been on the Steve Weisers. Football turns around very quickly. I'm telling you. Chelsea were in a dire situation, and now look at them. Watch this space. New season, new start. Bro, you've got a lot of optimism, man. You better deliver then. The way you're talking now, it's like you've already done it. You know them ones there. It's like you've already done it, man. So yeah, you better deliver, bro. You better deliver the way you're chatting. Obviously, again, I know a bit of news here. Luis Diaz agrees terms with Bayern Munich as Man United benefit from a Liverpool deal. It says Luis Diaz has reportedly agreed personal terms with Bayern Munich, despite Barcelona readying a new approach, and how a Liverpool side would benefit Manchester United has been revealed. Diaz, 28, entering the final years of his contract. The Colombian is a vital asset for Arne Slot, and co, and enjoying the most productive campaign in the Liverpool shirt this season, notching 17 goals and 8 assists in all appearances. Diaz, however, is in a strange situation on Merseyside, and he's on a relatively low paid for a player of his caliber, and Liverpool have no intention of offering him a new deal. That's crazy. Man's on what, 70k, 80k? It's madness, man. It's madness. In fact, the Reds are fully prepared to let Diaz leave as a free agent in the 2027, sorry, knowing that an agent 30 at the time that have benefited from Diaz's prime years. Furthermore, Diaz being present over the next 2 seasons will aid their chances of lifting major honors after successful windows of relatively the Reds have obviously splashed the cash this summer and hopes to embark on a period of dominance. But yeah, man, Barcelona making an approach for Diaz last month, and we're told in no certain circumstances by Liverpool that Diaz was not for sale. Bayern Munich are trying their luck in July. Obviously now Musiala is injured now, so yeah, that's massive for sure. Despite Liverpool's existence, they will not sell. The player appears to have warmed to their exit. So yeah, that'll be very interesting to see how this actually plays out. 2 years left. Do you let him go on a free? You don't want to extend his contract because he's obviously going into he'll be 30 by the time, obviously, or 30 plus by the time he leaves that new contract he enters into. Do you just count your losses and try and sell him, man? I don't know, man. I feel like you probably need to try and keep him. But again, you should definitely be paying him more than 70k. He's definitely worth more than that a week. So I can see why he wants to leave and get a better contract for sure, man. But even if you just up the money you're paying him and just keep the length of the contract. But yeah, man, it's a bit of a mad one, bro. It's a bit of a mad one. But yeah, man, big up obviously everyone in the chat. Did you see that A1 generated clown Trent show? Sorry, the AI generated clown tent stadium. It's elite. I'm not. How are you even going to afford that as well, by the way? Because that's going to be a long time before. Again, you're probably seeing that too. So that's going to be a crazy one, man. Chelsea has no money. You man have to ask to go fund me for your club. Remember to mention about you twerking striker might get some donations. Sorry, Chelsea has money. You man have to ask to go fund me for your club. Remember to mention about your twerking striker. Might get some donations. That's crazy. Chelsea spent $1 billion and more up the wall. You man funded their spunking by signing Mount. Pardon, you were Arsenal fan. Diaz going to be signed on a free to replace Trossard or Jesus. It wouldn't surprise me, man. It wouldn't surprise me in about 2 years' time for sure. Yeah, I like being realistic. We've been in your situation, just accept it and move and improve. With or without Arteta as a manager, your legendary manager is a specialist in failure. Humble yourself. United aren't coming back. Their fans aren't ready for the journey. They want to cheat it. Yeah, bro. Facts, bro. They want to cheat it. Man's already saying it's a new season. It can change quickly. No. Not for you, big man. Not for you, brother. Because again, Chelsea, like you said, Chelsea had money and spent in mad positions. Remember the summer they had where they bought bag of players. Even last summer, they bought a bag of mad. It was João Felix and these guys, bro. I don't think you man can't do that. I don't think, to be honest with you. The amount of money you already owe for Anthony and all these guys that you bought, overpaid for, Anana, bro, there's not going to be an endless amount of spending. So Amarin has to come good. And like I said before, get better at the plays he's got. This is why you have to question whether he should still be there or not, because he showed over nearly a whole season, by the way. Because people say, oh, but he joined in November, bro. It ended in May. So he only missed, 2 months of the season? Start of August, September, October. So he joined the start of November, I think. So yeah. Three months, man. So yeah, bro, out of 9 or whatever it is. So yeah, he had enough time to make sure you're playing better than you are. Couldn't do it. People blaming the players. Are you gonna get rid of the players? Gone. Actually, everyone's still here at the minute. But have you sold anyone yet? Obviously, Ericsson's left on a free. It looks like Casemiro might be sold, but you got a lot of work to do, man. A lot of work to do. It's long at Old Trafford. No European silverware. What a joke. We are watching a giant go sleep. You're not even the biggest team in London. OP says, why are you bigging up Fergie? It's like me saying I was a scholar in 3rd grade while applying for a job. Talk about the current situation. Damn, he's lashing out because Liverpool are probably ahead of them. Must be tough. Mad. Sir Rat gonna get government handouts for that. The public paying for it. You all are playing for it. Hold that. We'll see, man. We'll see. London-based United fans have a rivalry with Arsenal over Liverpool and City. It's real, yeah. That's very, very true. LOL Korean is literally listening to everything the Sun tells him. Bro, I don't know. I think, you know what it is? I feel like this Gyökeres news has rattled him. It must be, because I don't understand where this is coming from, fam. It's just gone A1. It's just gone off the rails, bro. I don't get it. Like, yeah. Like Haaland, stay humble, stay humble. Fergie is versus Wenger. You can slander, but you living United versus Arsenal. This is prime, bro. I've been saying it, man. I've been saying this is cope. It has to be. It has to be cope, man. It has to be. You're paying for it, Carlos. Hold that with a laughing emoji. Laughing. From Pogba to 15th. It's peak at Old Trafford. 15th is crazy. Bro, you haven't won anything. Ten Hag over Lego Head, and we sat Ten Hag. What has Lego Head won? FA Cup. That's true. He has won the FA Cup. Gyökeres transfer news vexing this. Yo, bro, it has to be, bro. That's the only thing. Yeah, I feel like it's. You wanted us to get Jackson. I hear it. You want us to get Šeško or Jackson. We're getting Gyökeres. So, yeah, it means that you're going to probably have to get either keep Højlund or you're getting Calvert-Lewin. You've been linked with Ollie Watkins, but again, they want 60 mil. And, brother, I said this. Where do you think you might be getting all this money from, bro? You've got so much work to do in your team. Like, you need a new keeper. You need some. You definitely need some new midfielders. I've seen that your fans were taking a mick out of Ugarte, bro, slandering him, saying, get out of my club and stuff when he posted a picture of his new girlfriend. So even with that, like, bro, you need some new midfielders. You potentially need, obviously, you need a new striker. You definitely need some more, obviously, probably wing-back options if you're going to be playing that on a regular basis. You've still got the likes of Luke Shaw there. Dalot's still there, which you don't like either. Bro, you need to get a move on, bro. The season starts, like, next month. And you still got bury these man here. Like, you got what, Anana in goal and that? Yeah, it's long, bro. It's long. It's a long day. It's a long day, man. It's a long day. Bro, I saw Anana in his car smiling at the camera, drawing his character in. I'm crashing out. Bro, you've lost the plot, fam. I can't even lie. You've lost it. Man thought he was getting a new keeper by now. I was going to have Anana back in goal. This is what I'm saying. I can't take you man seriously when you still got Anana in there, man. It's because you know he's going to be a poser. It's funny. It's actually hilarious, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. This is hilarious, man. Man United fans crashing out in my chat. It's mad. The best thing would be Gyökeres scoring and doing the mass celebration in front of Ruben. Ooh-wee, cook! Or I'm all for the Gyökeres signing if it's vexing the ops. Yeah, hear it, bro. Here we go. I forgot about Anana. Surely you man are... Bro, this is... You say, like, bro, they've got no money, fam. We want money. Like, they need to sell some man. This is what I'm saying. Like, they're spending... And this is why I feel like they don't want to spend over the 60 valuation for Mbeumo. This is why it's taking so long. Because if you really wanted him and you had the money, you would have just put the money down, bro, and be like, boom. But they know they've got so much other positions to do. 120 mil with a team with no Europe is a lot of outlay, considering they're not going to probably sell that much this season. Do you think that Man United are going to be able to sell 120 million worth of talent this summer? Because they're not going to get rid of Mount. He's staying. You're probably going to get, 15, 20 mil for Anthony, maybe from maybe like a Real Betis or someone of that ilk. Rashford looks like he's going to go on loan because of the wages. He's not going to put his wages down. So I think it's going to be a loan with an option wherever he goes. So there's no money for there. And then you look at the other teams. Are you going to get rid of Luke Shaw? I don't know. Dalot's still there. Ugarte's just joined. You've still got Lenny Euro. You've still got Delete. Martinez is still injured. Onana, are you going to get rid of him? How much for? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. This is why I feel like you are linked with Calvert-Lewin, because he's free. He's literally free. I've seen that you're linked with Callum Wilson as well, bro. You linked with Callum Wilson, who's on a free, and Calvert-Lewin is on a free as well, bro. It's nasty. It's actually nasty work. It's nasty work. Man said I'm crashing out. I can tell, Korean, because normally you're pretty level-headed. You're pretty calm. You know, you give out a few jabs here and there, but you're not on a mad one. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not on a mad one, bro. But this stream, man did a heel turn, bro. Man moving like John Cena, bro. If you know, you know. Man's a bad guy now. You know what I'm saying? Man turned heel out of nowhere. Calvert-Lewin on a free. Some of you on loan from Chelsea, maybe Jason Steele, wherever he is peak. Brother, you know what? I just remember, you've got Sancho back as well, so you need to get rid of him too. Yeah, it's looking dark. You might need to pull your finger out if you're doing anything, man. Because again, without bro, if Ruben Amorim don't do a mad thing, he's out the door. You said it already. 10 points out of 15. That's a lot of points, by the way, because they're in the fixtures you've got. Because you've got some tough fixtures, mate. Obviously, Arsenal at home. You might be able to win. Listen, you might be able to win that game. First game of the season. You know what I mean? The crowd's up. Few new signings. Might win 1-0. Like, everyone's gassed. Good times. But then you've got, obviously, Burnley. I think you've got then Fulham away, then Burnley. then you got Manchester City away, then you got Chelsea at home. So to get 10, you're gonna have to beat what, 3 of the teams at least, and then draw one of them. So you have to beat one of Chelsea, Man City, and Arsenal, which you could if you make some better, obviously, choices in terms of the team you've got. But it's crazy, man. If you've still got Anana, if you've still got all these guys in, bro, like it's the same team. Like it's the same team with the same manager. You'll have a preseason, but the problem you have with Ruben is that he just plays one formation. So it's not like we're gonna go into preseason and he's gonna do some mad thing where he's playing 4-4-2 or he's on a 4-3-3 thing and he's just changed it all up. And you're like, right, okay, we didn't see this last season. He's not going to do that. We all know this, bro. We all know this, man. He's going to be the same guy. I said, Fabian posted in his story, Ramos doesn't want to leave. Woo-wee! Oh, music to my ears, bro. So Carnival next season it is. I love this thing. I love this game. I said, with a laughing emoji. I said, Rasmus is saying he doesn't want to leave. Anana smiling here and also going to say, Gyökeres, my head is cracking. My mental is cracking. Now, fair play. Listen, like Boy said, head's gone, understandable. I hear it. You know what? Now that you've explained what's going on, because I was like, what is this crashing out? But bro, I hear it, bro. I can see why you're upset. I can see why you've lost it, bro. Yeah. My head will be on Mars too if I'm realizing my striker that I hate and the goalkeeper can't stand to stay in, and then one of the ops is getting a good striker that we need. You get it? But yeah, man. It's mad thing. It's a mad thing. Just make some common sense outgoings. Yeah, there's not really been a lot of traction in terms of you selling a lot of players. This is the issue here. And what you don't want to do is get to the last stage or last stages of the transfer window where you need to sell them. And now, I said, bro, he's smiling coming into character. Bro, he's comfy, man. He's on how much money a week? You know, he's going to be playing for Man United, one of the biggest clubs by name in the world. He's gassed. He's like, yeah, they can't afford to get rid of me. You know what I mean? They can't afford to. Like, especially the thing is as well, again, people say getting an upgrade isn't going to be difficult because it probably won't be. But if you want a top caliber keeper, you're going to be paying your 40, 50 mil probably. Do you know what I mean? So can you afford to do that as well as pay 60 for Cunha, 70 for Mbeumo? You want a proper striker. What striker are you going to get now? Apart from Watkins, I was saying on my stream, I think it was this morning, there's not a lot of top tier like striker options anyway, apart from your Osimhen, and they all cost money. So if you're spending money on the Cunha and the Mbeumo, my feeling is the striker down the middle is going to be significantly less money, in my opinion. I think it's going to be significantly less, whether it's on a free, whether it's keeping what you've got, which could be a possibility, or someone that's very, very cheap that you get. Because I just can't see you spending nearly 200 mil on your front line and then just going with that. Because again, you need more, bro. You can't have the same keeper, man. You have to get rid of Anana. You have to buy someone else, bro. And maybe you can get a cheaper keeper that's better than Anana that can just fill in. Maybe, but I don't know if you're going to do that. You're not really linked with any keepers bar the one from Porto, again, who's going to cost 60, 70, 80 mil. So, yeah, man, it's a tricky one for you, man. I can't even lie, bro. It's a tricky one, man. Man said, I don't understand United players. Like they rather not play and stay at United instead of just leaving and playing somewhere else. Sancho asking for 250 like he's about to turn into prime CR7. Yeah, you know what it is, bro? I feel like it's a thing where it's like, well, and again, maybe it's modern day football and players in terms of, I feel like that joy and that, you know, that kind of like excitement and joy of being a footballer. You don't really like feel that from players. I don't know how you guys feel. Like back in the day, you used to feel like that from certain kind of players, in it, where they're just happy to play football. They don't really care how much their money they're on. And obviously, I'm not saying it's a criticism, because again, it's their profession. They don't get a retirement fund. You're going to get as much money as you can, bro, especially with the prices they're paying for players. So if you can get money that can last you for the rest of your life and obviously change your family's life if you obviously save it properly, then do it. But I just feel like there's not that kind of, oh my God, this guy, like even like with like a Rooney, even though he was paid like massive, like really, really well at Man United, obviously. But even before then, you could tell with obviously the show he had on like Sky One and all this, he's like a proper football man. Like he just liked playing football. He just loved playing football. He just wanted to play football. He'd play in the park for free with a bunch of random guys. That's why he was obviously on the cover for like FIFA Street and that, because again, he kind of embodied, as well as obviously your Brazilian players that do it on the beach and that kind of guy that just wants to play football on the street and just likes playing, having like the pavement as goals and stuff like that. You don't really get that kind of feeling with some of the modern players. But yeah, in terms of to answer your question, yeah, I just feel like again, you put them on that kind of money, and then maybe they're used to that kind of lifestyle as well. They don't want to go down, bro. Not when they don't need to. They'd rather just stay and go out on all these loans until the contract runs out. Rashford's doing the same. He was offered that 300 grand. He ain't giving that up, bro. Aubameyang wasn't going to give it up. Ozil wasn't going to give up. That's why he had to terminate their contract, because it's like, bro, I'm not personally gonna go down to another team and play for another team that can't offer me half of what you're offering me, when I can literally just stay here and just get paid exactly the same top dollar. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But again, you still have the key is not putting them on that kind of money in the first place, man. So you just avoid all this to begin with. But a man smiling coming into Carrington, man. Man said smiling with a capital, bro. He's fuming, fam. When you deep the United situation, it's class. I never saw United ended up this way when Fergie retired, for sure, man. For sure, it's going downhill, man. Bro is happy thinking about the pain he's going to inflict on the fans. I'm scared. He's an op. Man said Anana is a spy. We're getting Hulk and Cavani. Oh my God, it's crazy. United have just taken the oil money after Ineos about to make it. United players start paying for their lunch and water. Man said I wanted Qatar. Yeah, you, Rio Ferdinand, a couple man did, bro. A couple man did for sure. That's funny though. Anana's club progression is crazy. Started at Etu's Academy. Went to Ajax, then Inter, then now United. Oh my days, crazy, man, crazy. I understand why all of these players are holding on with their massive contracts, but why is the club so bad at offloading them? Take a discount, subsidize their salary at the new club. The thing is as well, bro, like I said, man, I think it's difficult for you, man, because again, you've got so many, and this is why I think you can't have it. You gotta have to pick one. It's either going to take time to get rid of all these players, but then at the other end, you're going to be obviously better for it, or you can take the shortcut way where you've still got some players at the club, but again, you've used kind of the majority of your money to get some kind of better players and see if you can try and master your way through it. For me, you just got to go the long route, man, and just, because you're not gonna get rid of all these players that you don't like or don't rate in one window, bro. It's never gonna happen. Arsenal didn't, and we subsidized contracts. It took us like 3-4 years to get rid of Mustafi, Kolasinac. Who else did we have, man? Obviously, Rob Holding was another one. Callum Chambers. Obviously, Louise left. Ozil, we could terminate his contract as well. Aubameyang, we terminated his contract too. We sold Torreira. We got rid of Guendouzi. Like, we got rid of bare man, bro. But it took us time to do it. It wasn't like a quick overnight thing, man. And for you guys, you're in a similar boat where, and maybe even worse, because at the time, the players that we got rid of weren't on mad wages. Like, even like Mustafi, he wasn't on a mad wage, bro. So we were able to subsidize. Socrates is another one. He wasn't on a mad wage, but you, man, you got Sancho on like nearly 300 grand a week. Rashford on like nearly 400 grand a week. These are mad. This is mad money. So to subsidize all of that in one is just going to be too much. I know, obviously, Mesut Ozil took a pay cut, and obviously, I think he compensated some of the money that we owed him and just writ it off in it. I know Aubameyang, we paid him off in full. But they were like the two major ones that we got rid of in terms of massive money that they were still owed. The other guys that we terminated, even like the one with Tomiyasu now, obviously that's the mutual agreement. I assume that we've just paid him off for the rest of this probably calendar year and then done in it. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think we would have paid 2 years worth of contract off for sure. We probably came to some kind of agreement where we'll pay you off until obviously you're ready to come back fit and then you can find yourself a new club. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's how you're dealing with it and then potentially how you are going moving forward. But like I said, bro, you've got so much to do in terms of what kind of players you need to get in the door and get out the door at the same time. And then you got a question, and as well, which makes it more difficult for you guys, the manager needs particular players to play the system as well. So now you got to find particular players to play the system, get rid of all the players that can't play the system, as well as the players that are not good enough, and hope that kind of works. This is why I think it's a massive gamble, man. It's a massive gamble. Man said, man even got a ban for a year for taking some banned substances. Yeah, he did. What a career path. What are we doing, bro? Onana smiling was too much. Your head is gone, man. The new generation making it more about money than football. If you ask me, in the older generation, they just wanted to play football. I agree, bro. I agree. I think it was more. That's more the emphasis. Don't get me wrong. They obviously got paid good for their obviously period of time in society as well, compared to the average Joe. What they were earning, but I think again it was more of an emphasis on kind of playing the game, going out there, like giving it all on the line. I think obviously some of the rules of the game kind of change and help it as well. The fact that it was more rugged and more aggressive, like tackles were flying in. bro. I remember, like, obviously we had it. It's a quite a long while ago now. Like that battle at the bridge. That was like an old school kind of ferocious. That used to happen like every week in the Premier League, like every week in terms of kicking off, yellow cards, naughty challenges that should be reds, but they give yellows, like off the ball instances in I can't even say it, man. Off the ball situations, managers kicking off, bro. That actually used to be a regular thing, and he just kind of used to provide the entertainment value. Now it's a bit all more safe and calm, and for me, I missed that kind of element of it, to be honest with you, because I feel like, again, the game is definitely lacking that kind of intensity of really wanting to win, and I think that comes from that period of players just wanting to win, so they just do whatever it takes. I think when you kind of put restrictions on the rules, it kind of takes away that kind of real eagerness to win. It's just like, we'll win if we can, but if we don't, we're still getting paid a decent amount of money, and we can just try and win next week. And I think that kind of surges into the players, man, to be honest with you. But yeah, if bro was taking a banned substances and this bad, and was this bad, what is going on here? Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. The advice I've had for United is the same as it's been through all the years. Time to run the youth. Let the lacy youth touch grass, along with Cheeto and Heaven. Best chance of saving the thing. Yeah, potentially, man. I think Heaven definitely should be in the starting line, or maybe Heaven and a Lenny Euro, and go from there. But yeah, Cheeto should definitely get some more minutes too, man. I think, again, some of the younger players, Ahmad is another one who, again, should definitely be getting some more game time. I think when you merge them with the likes of Cunha and potentially Mbeumo, if you do sign him, I think you can obviously start to see a little bit of progression. But I think it all heavily relies on the manager, bro, getting that formation airtight in the Premier League. I don't know if he can. There's a potential. Again, you had some, I mean, you had a few decent games. I think the one where the Liverpool game, I think you played very well at Anfield. You should have won. I think Man City's second half, I think you'd want to come back. And there's a couple of other games. I think the one against Arsenal, to be fair, you played very well, especially in the second half. But yeah, but I think that's just not been enough. Like, they're in the big games, you get up for them, bar the Spurs one. But in the other games, man, some of the performances have been so bad. So it's going to take a massive turnaround in terms of your performances and your results, in terms of getting Amorim in the right place where he could make an impact in the team. But yeah, we'll see, man. Again, like you said, it's a new season, but you got to start the season well for sure. But we just need to learn. We just need to learn. We just need a lean squad. Sorry, since United are going to play less games. Why is it so hard? Yeah, again, like I said, Man United, man, people don't want to leave there, and also because of the caliber of players you've probably got there, who are probably not Man United normal level caliber signings, when obviously you used to sign players back when Fergie was there, like you said, or even like a Mourinho or whatever, where you used to get your Zlatans and Pogba still. They're not going to go anywhere, bro. You think Agate is going to be moving when you don't need to, man? He just come from Sport Lisbon. This is probably going to be the biggest club team he probably plays for in his career in terms of name-wise. So he ain't going anywhere. Garnacho, obviously, he wants to leave. But again, do you have the right people in place to sell him for a decent amount of money and, yeah, get as much as you can for him? I don't know. So, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think you've got a lot of work to do for sure. Still, you got a lot of work to do, man. Maybe Mount will get a full season this time around. Maybe. I mean, if he stays fit, I think he definitely can contribute. Not say that I think he's a world beater, but again, at Chelsea, he did have some good seasons, good moments. But I don't know, man. Again, system based. Like, he's playing in the 10, one of the two 10s. You in those two 10s, man, you have to literally be the skill set of like a Cunha, like in terms of being able to spin on the half turn, have pace, be able to beat people 2-3 times with your dribbling. And obviously, Mason Mount's a different skill set. He's more good off the ball. He's definitely got some decent technical ability, but he's more in terms of his pressing and stuff like that, in his positioning. Off the ball, he can obviously pick up zones and pockets and stuff. I think that's more where he excels. So I don't know, man, if he's the right kind of facilitator in that position. I feel like you need players with like good close control, players that can turn, players that are very good in tight spaces. Because again, you're in the center of the pitch. You're not really going to get too much room to really maneuver with the ball. So I don't know, man. Again, that formation is so rigid and so like you need particular players in those kind of roles. It's not going to work. And that's why I think Højlund struggles as well. Obviously, he's not been great anyway. But again, for that center forward role, if you're going to have two 10s, they need to be able to link up together. Like they're the triangle that you need to have to create chances. If he can't link and hold up the ball, the other two players are like null and void, have to do it themselves. So there's a lot of things to definitely think about for sure. Did you hear Gyökeres ready to play a part of this? Yeah, I did, bro. To come to Arsenal, about to become a fan favorite. Gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it, bro. Back when we had a Mustafi, I never thought we would ever. Yeah, for sure. For sure, there were definitely dark days, man. Creating it is so hard. Creating it so hard because your owners are bozos. Yeah, you ain't wrong, fam. You ain't wrong. You ain't fucking wrong, man. You ain't wrong, bro. Do you feel the difference in Arteta in and Arteta out is the generation? Like the older fans have seen massive success, or younger fans have seen us out of Europe. So yeah, that's a very good point, bro. OP, that's a very good point, man. I feel like definitely the ones that are used to maybe seeing obviously us winning leagues if they can remember it, or even winning a plethora of FA Cups, are a bit more inclined to say, well, we want a bit more. But then the younger ones are like pretty happy because this is probably their best. It's sad to say this is like the best team they've seen in terms of supporting Arsenal in that period of time. So yeah, I think definitely it's a good point you made, bro. I think that's definitely the reasons why you get some people in and out for sure, man. But yeah, man, I think a one midfielder, one striker, one wing back, one goalkeeper wouldn't be that hard to get. But again, bro, how much money? And the thing is, the problem is, Korean, is like, how much money are you going to be spending in these positions? Because there's no point getting a striker that you don't rate, or a wing back that's not very good, or a goalkeeper that's not better than Anna. So it's like, to get these kind of players in, you're going to be probably spending for the level that you want them to be at. You're going to have to be spending top dollar, as well as competing for teams that are in the Champions League, even though you're a big Man United team. But bro, honestly, man, I feel like, again, that can only go so far depending on which type of player you get. Obviously, Mbeumo wants to go there. He's leaving Brentford, so it's cool. Same with, obviously, Cunha with Wolves. And, again, that might be the route you have to go for the time being. Just going for lower, lesser Premier League clubs, trying to get their kind of star players and just moving up that way. I think that could potentially work. But, yeah, man, I just feel like your finances, it'd be interesting to see how much you spend. But I think there's no way, in terms of net, you're spending more than 150, I think, and you've already spent 60, and you've not already sold anyone. So, yeah, I can't see you spending more than that, especially with no Europe. But you might do. You might take a punt. You might take a punt. But yeah, the money in modern day football isn't indeed crazy. Leads to more mercenaries being in the game, as opposed to people who just love the game, for the love of the game. Yeah, I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. I hear it fully, bro. I fully hear it, man. As a United fan, would you rather get a striker and a holding midfielder and play Bruno as a 10, or over? Yeah, that's a good question, man. This is what I'm saying. Over Mbeumo and a striker. So for me, because again, I'm not too convinced. I don't know what you guys think about Ugarte. I feel like he's very limited in it, and I feel like with the Ruben Amorim's like system, I think you need someone a bit more versatile in that holding midfield role, in terms of being able to not just get forward, but be a bit more not rigid, that's the wrong word, but I don't know, a bit more flamboyant in that role, man. Someone that can obviously do a few more things in terms of passing wise. I feel like a guy is more of like a destroyer, kind of intercepts obviously some passes of play, but on the ball, you're not really going to build up from him. And yeah, man, I think that type. But to be fair, he had him at Sporting and he kind of worked in that system. But again, I don't know, man. It feels like he's just hot and cold in the United team at the minute. So I don't know, man. A lot of United fans are not happy with him, to be fair. But yeah, I think potentially you'd rather get a striker, maybe a holding, and play Bruno in that 8, or even that one of them 10s. Because at least with Bruno, he can let a shot off from obviously outside the box. He's got an eye for a pass. So there's certain attributes in that 10 that you could obviously have as well. So yeah, man, maybe that's a food for thought for sure. I just think younger fans are historic. They haven't bothered to learn. Yeah, true. The history of Arsenal, we're just kind of a fashion accessory now. Good point, bro. Good point. I mean, I think Mbeumo is going to happen. I wanted Bruno gone. It's unlucky United are keeping him. Yeah, I mean, I think Bruno going could definitely play a lot into the funds, bro, for sure. 100%, man. 100%, man. Big up, obviously, in the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button in the video. As much as I respect Bruno, that 100 million would do you better, for sure. And this is what I'm saying in terms of quickening up the process of you trying to rebuild your team. I feel like, again, if you got that 100 mil in, then, bro, it just quickens up everything. You can get some more players in that you want. And obviously, he gets rid of a massive wage. I think him staying kind of just, honestly, just stifles you a bit, because he's not going to get any better. He might get the same kind of goal contribution as last year. But last year, obviously, again, you still finished 15th and didn't win anything. So it's not the be-all and end-all him scoring all these goals. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think for the betterment of the team, I would have just forced him out. I would have been like, look, like, you've been a good servant. We won obviously a few cups with you, but we need this money to obviously reform the team, rebuild the team. You need to go. We ain't got European football, bro. So yeah, do you really think you're getting rid of Bruno do you really think getting rid of Bruno is the way, Korean? I used to think getting rid of Bruno would help now, but I'm not too sure after all the season. Nah, bro, you know what it is? I think it's just financially, man. That's the most money you're going to get for a United player now. 100 mil. You're not going to get that for anyone else. Let's be honest, man. So I think in terms of being able to reinvest in the team and get in different positions, I think that would have been definitely the way to go. Like I said, Bruno's had his time. He had some good seasons there. He's not going to get any better. He's going to be maybe at the same level or probably decline a little bit. Obviously, he's getting older. So for me, I think just going forward, I think it would have been better. Do you know what I mean? Bro is not athletic enough to play in midfield, as he's not as he's not erratic enough for an 8 position attacking midfielder. United need to move on from Bruno. He's bulk. Now they're really done with Bruno, the man that finds stats out of nowhere. Upgrade Ugarte came from PSG. He's a stat padder. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, so yeah, because he did used to play at Sporting. I remember because we played him at Arsenal and whatnot. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I just like how much he loses the ball. If he goes for Hollywood passes and 2 out of 5 land, he's gonna have good stats. I've been more stressed watching Bruno than entertained. A lot of fans are like that, man. In terms of, and I know he got a lot of plaudits towards the end of the season, but I remember at the start he wasn't very good. I remember watching United games and he was trash, bro. He's only towards probably when he scored that hat trick against Real Sociedad, round about that period, towards the end of the season. Obviously, he really picked up, but during the first half of the season, when they were losing games and on the Ten Hag, he wasn't playing that great, man, to be honest. I've been more stressed watching Bruno than entertained. And yeah, I agree. I just think it's probably just time just to move on from him in general and just reinvest in the team, get some younger players and stuff like that. And all the positions that you need to strengthen as well. It's crazy with United. If I ran FM save with United, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like Arsenal in FM 16, I gave up just seeing the squad on day one and looking at the contract details. Yeah, it's true, man. Big up Chris, man, in the building. Diaz going Bayern Munich. Diaz not getting ahead of Rafinha and Yamal. Bayern Munich are limited on good wingers. Only got Elise. Really, that's good. Yeah, big up yourself, Chris. Yeah, it's true, man. I'm surprised again with Musiala getting injured as well. That's another attacking option that they obviously are not going to have for the foreseeable, maybe 5 to 6, 7 months now. So yeah, I think getting someone in like a Diaz or someone else would definitely be beneficial for them if they want to try and win the Champions League. He's also sometimes a crybaby, like blaming others for his mistakes. On about Bruno, he does like to whinge with that famous video of Sancho saying "Stop moaning." I need to clip that, man. Stop moaning, man. Stop moaning. I found that one still. I don't even support them. Yeah, man. Korean is so delusional. It's insane. Bro, it's cope, man. It's cope. He's just trying to cope, man. Big up RP. Oh, big up Anfield. Like my rebrand. Yeah, 100, man. I appreciate the tribute for sure, man. This wingback thing, dead. I don't really rate the wingback thing personally. I think it's only particular manager that can pull it off, like a Conte, and a couple of others can do it. I think Nuno did very well at Wolves with it. Nuno Santos. But yeah, man. Yeah, only a few man can do it. And I think obviously as well with Rubens, it's a little bit different. He's one compared to the other two. So yeah, man, he needs to accept reality. Man said, hey, also, we just need to offload and get some more valuable signings. So it's Korean. It's not for United, this wingback thing, very much against that club's culture. Yeah, they're a 4-4-2 team, man. They're a 4-4-2, man. You get me? Wingers down the touchline, chaotic football, 8 minutes of extra time. You know the thing, bro. Fergie time, all of that stuff, 2 strikers. Like, they're that's what they're known for, innit? Not the wingback thing's a bit more, you get me? Intricate, a bit more European, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Personally, I don't rate Diaz even 50s are still from us to English. Yeah, a lot of Liverpool fans say this, that they don't actually rate him that highly. They just think, who else was it? I can't remember if it was you. There was another Liverpool fan in here. I don't know if it was Nearside saying that they were the two South American bozos or something, him and Nunes, man. It might have been you, Chris. I can't remember. But yeah, man. So we will get Gordon or Fofana as a replacement. Gordon would be a massive signing, man, for sure. A massive signing, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I don't know why United can't get a player like Diaz. I'm pretty sure he was a value signing. Again, a lot of money there, bro. A lot of money. And I feel like, again, do you play Diaz in that 10 as well? Like, is he going to suit? Like, is he more of a touchline winger? Again, they're probably going to want, especially from you guys as well, they're going to definitely overprice you guys. There's no way they're going to help you out. And give one of their starting players that won in the league anything less than, especially because you just paid 60 for Cunha. I think you kind of set the precedent for what you're willing to pay for one of those kind of wide 10/winger forward kind of types. I think they're probably going to ask for 80, 90, and you're not going to pay that, man, for sure. It's all about recruitment. Cunha will play as the 9. You think so, Carlos? I'm not too sure, bro. I feel like I feel like he can play in the 9, and maybe he will drift in the 9 from time to time. But with those two 10s, I got a feeling that there's going to be periods of time where Zerski's the 9 and he's like the 10, and they're trying to link up, or vice versa. They tried to play Zerski in the 10, didn't really work, but I feel like that's because Højlund was the 9 and he can't link. So I think there's going to be a few different kind of options. Obviously, if he's playing Mainu as the 9, false 9 last year, I think definitely Cunha will probably have a period up there, or even in Buemo, really, if they want to change things out. But I think that's what preseason's for. I think you use preseason to try and get these kind of players and try and sort out their positioning. So, but again, that's why you get a versatile player that can play all these positions, because then you can try and work out which one works best for that particular team. So, yeah, we'll have to see, man. But yeah, I think he probably will obviously have a stint there just to see if he's obviously prolific there and if he's the right guy for that position. I didn't have the platform in my music. I didn't have to perform in music. My teacher didn't realize. Big yourself up, bro. Big yourself up, man. Bro, if Rashford playing, I would give him number 69 because a clown. Korean, you don't have the scouting facilities. Big up, Mr. the Doctor, bro. Big up yourself, man, every single time. I said, hey, up, bless up tops in the chat. I've been out the loop the last few days. What's happened? Brother, you missed the, hey. Yeah, you missed the madness. I can't lie. It's been crazy, man. This last couple of days has been madness, man. But big yourself up. Obviously, a lot of news going on in the building. And yeah, man, it's been good, though. It's been good. Obviously, Gyökeres through the door. Zubomendi announced. So yeah, happy days, man. Happy days. Hopefully, we can continue and get some more players, man. United playing a dangerous game. Ruben's system and formation is very rare in football, so the signings have to be smart. You wouldn't want to players who wouldn't fit in any other system. If Ruben leaves, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I said. Carlos can vouch for me. I just said just get rid of him. Just start afresh in the summer, bro. Get someone that's a bit more versatile. Get the new signings in, and you can go from there. I just feel like there's a lot of stock on Ruben Amorim being amazing, bro. Like, he has to work, because then the backlash of if he doesn't work and you get all these players that can fit a particular style. Luckily for you, I feel like Cunha and Buemo are two good players that can fit any kind of style, in terms of you can put them in 10, you can put them up, like left on the wing. If you guys obviously end up not keeping Ruben Amorim, I think they can still be a viable asset. But these kind of guys, like is it Dogu as well? Like, I'm not sure what kind of role he has if Ruben Amorim leaves. Is he someone that can play fullback, or is he just a wing back? Like, you just don't want to get specific players, man, because again, I feel like it's going to be very, very difficult for you to then utilize them if you get a new manager with completely different philosophies. But yeah, it'd be very interesting, man. I said I need a striker. Yeah, man. It's still, bro, I still can't believe he's died, bro. It just doesn't feel real. It just feels like maybe he's injured or something, but it's just a shocking kind of thing that's happened. Obviously, RIP to him and his brother, Andres Santos, every single time, man. And yeah, man, very, very sad news, man. It's still shocking, really, to be honest with you. He's going to be 69 and play with the reserves. Wirtz will rotate between midfielder and the front three, so our attackers will be Salah, Wirtz, and Gakpo. Striker and a winger midfielder. We already got Endo. Yeah, you have, man. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. Yeah, you've got a nice balance of players there. To be fair, maybe you get a few more, but yeah, it's a nice little balance there, Chris. To be fair. Also, I've always been in a fashion accessory for black culture. That's so random, fam. Well, yeah, 100%. Bruno is not worth his salary. He's only getting worse. What is the club's doing? Ain't no party like I thought. That's crazy. The nickname, the Gunners attracted. You idiot. You clown, fam. I was attracting grime and draw rappers. You joke, man. Joke, man. We got shooters. That's when we laugh, man. You got a bad one, though. Not gonna lie, those Oli Kepa, Bins, and Zubomendi, glad we didn't sign him. Chelsea Bins, FC, Netflix FC, Man City Bins, second place FC. Yeah, we'll see, Anfield, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see, man. Lippy said supporting also used to be a bad man thing. What are we doing? Yeah, back in the day, man. We used to be on crud, bro. We used to be on crud, man. It's long. Soon come, man. Hopefully. Big up Lippy, though. I'd rather see Carlos up top than over Højlund. Hey, Carlos will do your job, bro. He'll run the channels, man. He'll link it up. That means he's got a bit of pacing behind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how he's in the air. But yeah, bro, he'll do a thing, man. I'm telling you, man. He'll do a thing. Man. But Carlos versus Vidic now. Carlos versus Korean. No one is safe from the Carlos. Says Mayhem. Have you seen what Liverpool did with Jota's contract? Like, there might be rivals, but you got to respect the gesture. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Yeah, I definitely respect that for sure, man. Paying off his contract till 2027. It's definitely something that, yeah, was a nice gesture for sure, bro. especially obviously what's happened has been very unexpected. So yeah, it was 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, now 4-3-4-3. So it's Korean. We need a Lucha. Nunes is a donkey. Jota is 100%. Ineos need to start shopping in the Championship League. That's a League One, you know. That is nasty. That is nasty. League One, you know. What? That is nasty work. That is nasty, man. No, I mean, before he came to Liverpool, no one knew who Diaz was. Okay, I get what he's saying. So try and find the new Diaz, the next Diaz. I mean, he did have a decent season at Porto, I believe. I think he got like 15 goals or something like that. Something on the line. So he was getting scouted and they paid, 50 mil for him. So whether you can, again, it just comes down to money, bro. Like, you see what Ratcliffe said, man. You're paying off Sancho still. You're paying off Anthony, bro. Still, no, you're still paying off these transfer fees. You want to get rid of these guys, and you're still paying them off. So it's a massive mistake, bro. I'm telling you, man. I don't think it's going to be a quick fix thing, like many Arsenal fans, many Man United fans think, bro. I feel like it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of work for you to really kind of negotiate and navigate through these bad signings, getting rid of them, paying them off, and then trying to get the money to get some more new signings. But again, you need European football. You need to be back in the Champions League. You need to be back in that kind of position where you're getting a lot of money for these competitions that you're playing in. And you can only do that if you obviously improve your team. So it's a bit of a long one still. It was me saying the South American Chuckle Brothers. Okay, I thought it was you, bro. I thought it was you. I wasn't too sure. I can't remember, man. I couldn't remember. He came out of retirement. He came out of nowhere, and the recruitment was spot on. 50K will get Ineos a whole squad from League One. They'll have to reinvest, man. Ineos, man like Ratcliffe, you know, sold you man a dream, cuz I'm telling you, how are you gonna pay for the stadium as well? It's mad. It's actually mad, bro. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Man United, man. They're moving crazy either way though. Liverpool plans have not changed, even with what's happened to Jota. Still Gay, striker, and a winger. Yeah, I feel like again, if you do that, then you'll definitely be fair. I think you're still favourites now. To be fair, I think you've got obviously a top manager, and you're getting getting an elite squad together. And I feel like again, you're probably trying to prepare yourself if Salah does decline in any way in terms of goals or contributions. You need someone else to kind of step up, take the mantle, and again, trying to replace Trent's creativity with the likes of Wirtz as well is another key factor for sure, because you're looking at it and you're thinking, well, you've relied a lot on Trent, man. Well, whatever you want to say defensively, going forward, man, those balls over the top, the crosses into the box, those kind of dangerous situations he was creating game in, game out from corner, set pieces, whatever. You definitely have to replace that with someone else on something now. So I think you're definitely going to be changing the way you play for sure. I mean, I know he didn't do it as much on the slot. I think on the Klopp, he was definitely the go-to thing. So maybe you've already tried to adapt to the fact that you weren't relying on his kind of final end ball all the time. But I still think in transition, from one, I remember the goal, obviously Salah scored at the Emirates when we drew 2-2. That was literally a ball from Trent over the top from, I think it was, I don't know if it was Lewis Skelly that had to come on at left back at the time. And yeah, he kind of just took apart that one ball and we were just scrambling in it. So yeah, man, I think you're definitely going to miss that. But we'll see how you obviously, how you do with Wirtz in that 10 or obviously in one of your forward options, man. But yeah, man, big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. All that stuff, man. I pray Osherman comes, bro. Please, I can't see Timu Holland twerking on defenders and showing how far their money goes again. It's going to be stressful, bro. It's looking like that might be the case, bro. I can't even lie. It looks like that might be the case. I didn't know. Don't you know? Osherman almost agreed a deal with Turkey. They offered the most money. Yeah, I seen that, bro. I seen that. The reason Bruno was so poor at the beginning of the season is because he played like Trossard. He was 10 RK. Like, just trust all this Arteta. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, probably not happening. I can only hope. You're not getting Osherman, bro. I said, how are you going to pay for Osherman, Korean food stamps? Man thinks it's a fucking Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. If you ever watch Everybody Hates Chris, banging comedy show, man. Obviously, based off the life of Chris Rock, bro. Well, bro, Julian, man was paying food stamps. Man was getting vouchers. Man was using coins. Coupons, that was it, bro. He was doing the most, man. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Korean brother, I can't lie to you, my guy. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be happening, bro. You ain't got the money, man. You ain't got the money for all these top players. Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. We're gonna activate the levers Barcelona activated. That's crazy, man. Liverpool fans, we lost Jota. Give us a striker. Big up the doctor, man. It says, dang, we actually signed Gyökeres. Yeah, it's looking very, very close, bro. They're saying by obviously this week he's going to be an Arsenal player. That's a mad signing. Better actually won the battle with Arteta. That has to be positive news. Yeah, for sure. And obviously it came out as well, doctor, that it was the fact that Šeško, Leipzig were asking 90 million euros, 40 million euros up front, and apparently Šeško wanted 250,000 pound a week as well as a release clause. That is the rumors that's going around. So yeah, they just played hardball, and Berta was the one that convinced kind of Arteta and the hierarchy to go down this kind of avenue, innit? Because again, we weren't linked with the Gyökeres until we actually got him in charge in March and whatnot. So when it was Edu, it was Šeško, and that was what was said before that a lot of the groundwork. Pardon me, a lot of the groundwork that we had with Šeško was because of Jason Alto and Edu from last summer when we were supposed to sign him. We didn't sign him in the end, and then we waited a year. We were supposed to sign him this year, kind of thing. But now those two have left and we've got a new sporting director. He's kind of pivoted away from that. And also it looks like we potentially could sell Trossard, even though we were opening up contract talks for him to extend or obviously increase his money. So again, it looks like Berta's making a few different kind of moves, which again is good because we need a change, man. We've had the Edu and Arteta partnership. Ultimately wasn't successful enough, so we need to go down a different direction, in my opinion. So yeah, man. Big up obviously the chat, my massive league. We need to raid Leon. I said the English. I said English League One Korean. You man don't have the money for the French players, bro. Yeah, you man don't have money like that. You know, I can't lie. I put an angry emoji in that. You should have raided Leon and gone for Turkey. Yep, it's like United. But you know what, OP? I feel like between if it's between them and Manchester City, he's going Manchester City. Obviously, they're in Champions League. They're going to be fighting for the title. They've got Pep. Like, there's so much obviously things that they've got that Man United can't offer. Even probably more wages. I didn't realize Mamouchi's on like nearly 300 grand a week, you know. I didn't even realize this. I've seen it on the website. He's on like 290 base. But this is what they can offer, bro. So, yeah, man. I feel like City, again, in terms of competing with Man United at this moment in time, man, I think the Royals is going to come out on top for sure. Man said convinced stadium plans are just... Bro, it would not surprise me. And we've seen this before, bro, where there's plans of these states because there was no particular dates. There's no real, obviously, explanation of how they're going to afford this like month to month or when this was going to be all put in place. There was only kind of this kind of sketch and kind of like an out view of this is the plan that we want to do, blah, 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 and make it 100,000, etc., etc. But I don't know if there's a clear plan of them actually even achieving this, bro, because again, you would have to think for them to move into the stadium, they have to have been in the top of the league. They can't be near the bottom getting these scraps, not getting massive money for, because obviously they're going to lose money for sponsorships and stuff like that if they're not in the biggest competitions, man, because that's just how it goes, isn't it? Man said, ain't over till it's over. He's got a little bit of hope. Do you think Havertz will play as a second striker coming in from the left instead of Martinelli because Arteta loves Havertz and surely he'll play him? Good question as well, OP. I feel like, again, for Havertz, I think he's going to be rotated with Gyökeres. A few of the games, I think Havertz will start some of the games. But again, we've got enough games. We've got Champions League games. We've got League Cup games. We've got FA Cup. We've got a load of games, bro. So we'll have a load of games like 3 in a week. So you're probably not going to play the same front three in all 3 games. So I don't mind that. But potentially in game, that, yeah, I think you're right. I think potentially you could see Odegaard go off and then Havertz be the second kind of striker in a 10 in a different formation, or him drift out to the left potentially. But for me, I think it's just probably going to be the 9 and the 10. I think them two. I don't think there's no need, especially if you get the likes of Eze. I don't think there's any need to play him in the 8 because then you'd have Eze, and Zubimendi can play in the 8. You'd have Rice, Marino can play in the 8 as well. So yeah, man, that's 4 options ahead of him before he has to drop down there. Obviously, you're going to get a few injuries, but yeah, I think that 8 position would be pretty much sorted. Obviously, Lewis Skelly can play there if it needs to be as well. So yeah, man. But yeah, to just answer your question, I think he'll probably be more of a rotational striker and then like a second striker / number 10 as well, bro. As I should also be raiding Inter. They may be in trouble. Yeah, that's another one as well. That's another one, mate. I was crying out for Shirky right after the first leg against Leon. Yeah, he was, bro. He was, to be fair. He was. I do remember that. He was saying, yeah, we need to get this guy. We need to get this guy. So he did want him, but again, man, you guys just weren't quick enough, bro. I feel like, again, you put all your efforts into Cunha, and you got him, which is fair. But then all these other players that are market opportunities kind of just passed you by, man. I can't even lie. So you're in a position now where you're looking at it thinking, wow, well, what are we going to do now? Do you know what I mean? What are we going to do now, man? So be interesting, though, man. I'm guessing this Mbuemo news is going to be, I mean, you say it's going to be done, but it's been a while since you actually even linked with them. So you got to assume it's going to be done pretty much soon, you would assume. But then again, you just don't know, do you, man? You just don't know, man. I feel like again, it's one of those ones where you just gotta wait till the club actually do something decent for you to praise it. Because a lot of Man United fans are crushing out, man. A lot of Man United fans are crushing out, bro. For sure, man. Like I meant, Havertz starts as a left wing, but it's like an inside forward or second striker. Okay, like tactically. Potentially, I feel like again, if we do get like a proper left winger, then I don't think he'll do that, because I think you have enough options there. Like, for example, if you did get Eze and you probably kept Martinelli, you've got them two to play left wing. And I think that would probably be enough for the time being if you let go of Trossard. But yeah, I think tactically, maybe in game, maybe he might take off, for example, a Martinelli and put Havertz on, and then in game you might see that kind of thing. So I think tactically you got a bit more wiggle room. So yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on, bro. Because again, I think it's something that Arteta could probably try. But I think with Havertz, he more goes on the right, maybe because he's left footed, so he can cut in. So he doesn't really link that well on the left when you look at obviously his time at Arsenal. It's more him drifting to the right with the likes of Odegaard and Saka. So, but we'll see, man. Big up Leo, Man UFC, banter club, second again, ole. Trophyless again, ole. Another Man United fan trying to banter. It's crazy. It's crazy work, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is, people. They're they're very salty about not getting Victor Gyökeres and ending up with Calvert-Lewin. And I hear it. I hear it, bro. I hear it. Fully hear it, man. Fully hear it, man. Fully hear it, man. But yeah, man, that's going to be the conclusion of this stream. I'm been a 6 stream. Do you think we can play 4-2-4 against lower league teams or teams with lower blocks? Could be an opportunity, man. I feel like, again, that's probably up to Arteta in terms of if he's brave enough to do that kind of formation. Is he going to be able to, or is he going to be trusting enough of bringing all like 4 players at the top to really do that? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if he's that type of manager. I know Arsene Wenger did that in the past, and other attacking managers will do, but it's definitely not an opportunity. And I feel like, again, if you do get the likes of Eze, that's someone that can definitely push up, and you can kind of have like a lone 6, whether it's Subameni or Rice, and then you can then have Eze, Odegaard as the 2, and then you can have like a front 5 kind of thing where they're all pushing up trying to score goals. So it's definitely an opportunity, man, and I feel like we definitely should explore it. But whether we do or not, it'll be remains to be seen. I think we still need to get more players and just go on from there, man. But yeah, it's been a 6 stream, man. Big up everyone in the building. Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow for another top in the morning show. So make sure you set your notification bell on 9 o'clock. I should be there. So yeah, man, I'm going to rate to my brother, BBK Sports, man. So go over there, say Tops Raid, do all that good stuff over there. Size, make sure you subscribe to him. I'll be back soon, man. Peace and love, people. Don't hate to play at the game. Until next time, I am